at DaytonaInternationalSpeedway.com.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Cougar Nation. Time to rise and shine and start your day with Duval Sports Media Big Steppers. Dan Hicken.
You know it!
Jeff Prosser.
It's a big deal.
Gosh, it sure is a big deal.
And E to the T.
E.T. is in the booth.
Rise and shine! Cougar, it's go time on a Wednesday morning. It's a hump day, stump day. We try our very best to get you over the hump. Get you over that crest, pointing to a weekend, which includes a college football opener. Boom! Just like that, the ACC. Off and running in Dublin with FSU and Georgia Tech. A lot of unknown around the ACC. Florida State so thoroughly dominated the conference a year ago that it's the natural expectation of a fan and media, and especially here, covering the Noles, knowing the ins and outs, the success in the transfer portal. Like in my mind, the ACC season is going to start with FSU, in my mind, a prohibitive favorite. But if you look at the analytics and the projections and the odds and the predictions, that's certainly not the case. It's far from unanimous. I've got here in front of me a column from The Athletic putting the ACC into tiers, and we'll touch in on that coming up here in just a second. But this college football note, while it's on the top of my mind, did you see the latest horseman of the apocalypse come riding into the college football corral yesterday? Fittingly enough, it's the Cowboys. Did you see Oklahoma State? What they're doing? I mean, this is just one more sure. This is another fireball from the apocalypse of what was college football. I mean, Oklahoma State. Have y'all seen this? I don't know the proper way to handle the NIL and the narrative and just the enormity of it all, but I'm here to tell you that Oklahoma State coach Mike Gundy isn't doing it right. You want to talk about mixed messaging? Oklahoma State is going to put QR codes on the players' helmets. Hey, you like that touchdown? Beep, beep, beep. Scan here for a $100 donation. What in the hockey sticks, man? Yeah, the school announced yesterday players' helmets this fall will have QR codes that link to a campaign for NIL fundraising. Codes will be 1.5 square inches placed on the back of players' helmets. They'll link to a page where fans will be presented with multiple donation options ranging from $100 to $5,000 to, quote, other. They'll also have the option of making their donation one time or monthly. At the bottom, you can, quote, credit a team member by choosing from a list of players' names. I mean, come on, man. This is not, the kids work so hard and they've got classes and practice, they can't even afford to take a girl out on a date. They don't even have the disposable income of your average college student. They just want to make it fair. Ooh. Where does this go? All right, Cowboy fans, it's time for tonight's cheerleader raffle. Scan the QR code for a date with Mary Lou. All right, Oklahoma State fans, how would you like Ollie Gordon to be the clown at your kid's birthday party? Scan the QR code and Ollie is all yours. Okay, this is the day after Gundy went on the offensive, telling the players' agents to stop calling him. You're not getting any more money. In other words, you get these guys in, and there's an agreed upon, and then they're there, and they want this, that, or the other. Or maybe there's some genius in it. It's out of my hands, boys. Go score a touchdown. You're liable to get $5,000. I mean, what in the hockey sticks, bro? This is the wild. It's so appropriate. It's the Oklahoma State Cowboys. Badlands. I mean, this is where we are. Why wouldn't you go to Oklahoma State today? I am transferring. I'm going, give me my QR code, baby. looking at it here. Select amount. 100, 250, 5,000. What about $15? Can I do that?
I don't think that if I'm at an Oklahoma State game and I see somebody and I'm an alum or a fan, I don't think the first thing I'm going to think of when they score a touchdown is, hey, let me give that guy $500.
I guess the idea is probably not at the moment, but then at some point of the game,
Yeah.
hey, I don't think it's going great today. Beep, beep. I mean, I don't know, I guess. I don't know. But I do know this. The third of the 4 horsemen have arrived. Scan here for... Wow. Okay. All right. Y'all do you. Billy Napier met the media yesterday. You're going to hear from him coming up. Going to look at those ACC projections. They project the wins and the totals. They put the teams into tiers. It's interesting as we get closer to the season. There's a couple of ACC teams that people are trying to get on board with as dark horse college football playoff. And if the ACC is indeed as I don't want to use the word wide open, but I got to say it's gone from it being FSU. I mean, that's what you think when the season ends last year. 2, as you go through it, we can never forget about Clemson. But it's FSU and Clemson and Miami. We'll keep an eye on Miami. It's FSU, Clemson. Miami has a chance. Then it was FSU, Clemson, Miami, and, Louisville's got a pretty good team returning. And now it's SMU and NC State. Those are the little darling teams lingering in the shadows there with the, a path to the ACC championship game for sure. So the ACC maybe a little bit more wide open than it feels like sitting here in the heart of Seminole country. I'll go through some of those for you. Gibby, you play fantasy football, don't you?
Oh, I love it. Yes.
I've been playing in the same league, the big league.
Mm-hmm.
We all have one that's a few more perhaps matchsticks than the other.
Oh, yeah.
And my draft is on a Saturday, and I find with each and every passing year, my interest in during the season and managing the roster and staying on top of things. And, I'm like everyone else, just, with every scoring update, I'm following my score tracker on our service. But I've become lazier and lazier when it comes to prepping. Oh, I remember the day prep would start 3 weeks out, man. You're going through lists and that, and the other, and ADP, and your own personal power ranking of players, and you go through the whole deal, and you're just, you're just ready for any and all detours in your draft. Yeah, not me, man. I got a draft on Saturday. I just happened to be flipping around last night at 7. There's really not a ton yet. Waiting on my Braves, more on that in a second. And I watched the ESPN fantasy draft. And this is not a fantasy football conversation. It's just to set up where I got to. ETN is recognized. Forget fans and media and All-Pro and Pro Bowl. If you want to know the impact that a player is making, look at the fantasy football rosters. Look at what you want to know what Jen Pop thinks of the Jags? Where do they take Travis Etienne? He went pretty high in this, top 25 probably.
Yeah, I was going to say, yeah.
That's about where he falls, right? And he's probably, but he's as a fantasy player, super consistent. But I'm keeping this more Jaguars related. Kind of got lost in the demise of the line and the losses. ETN last year. It's interesting how they have him positioned going into the season, and here's hoping he's even better than a top 20 fantasy football running back. Evan Ingram also went very high, ahead of guys like Kittle and some really good players. So the Jaguars, I'll give you another one, and perhaps this is a reach, but I didn't watch much. It's only a 10-team. They were moving pretty quickly. I watch it. I'm not even trying to glean fantasy information here. I'm just kind of getting a gauge on, what these guys think about certain players. It's not all just, fantasy website operators. Schefter's on there, and Damian Woody is on there. So there's some guys who are covering the NFL from a more traditional standpoint. But Brian Thomas Jr. went in the first, 50 picks maybe, 40. Much higher. I was kind of whoa, really? Brian Thomas, huh? Wow. Jags, meanwhile, met the media yesterday. I'm going to take you on our little tour when we come back on the other side. Defensive coordinator Ryan Nielsen met the media yesterday. Darnell Savage is itching to go. He'll play for the first time when the Jags close the preseason in Atlanta on Friday. And Eric Armstead, would he play this week? I don't know, but his impact on this defense is so important, isn't it? We haven't really got to see that investment, at all yet, other than his off-field impact, and that does seem to be noticeable. You can't help but get that Calais Campbell vibe, just from the body type and the position and the veteran presence. And he's another guy who's up for the Walter Payton Award, something that Calais was known for, an aspect of his part on your team. So going to hear from all three of those guys when we come back on the other side. Also, Billy Napier. I've got these college football tiers from the ACC because it's not just the Seminoles kicking off the year and the college football season starting on Saturday, but it's a big ACC opener. When we get back, circle back to this list and where teams are thought of before the season kicks off, just keep in mind that on top of every other important aspect to Saturday's game, the fact that it is a conference game and an ACC opener puts even a little bit more urgency on it for Mike Norvell and his Noles. Listen, you can. I can't guarantee where I'm going to take you, but if you're trying to grind the Braves home, I can give you the path. I can give you the pathway. I gave it to you yesterday after the most recent, bout of horrific news, and it's as simple as this. And the days when this doesn't happen, the wins will be few and very far between. Season's not over for the Braves, even though half of an all-star lineup seems to be on the injured list. It's not over yet. All they have to do is every time Lopez, Fried, Sale, and Morton pitch, those guys got to go, 5, 6, 7 innings and give up 3 or fewer runs, and they'll be okay. They'll be able to make it. Phillies in town to start a 3-gamer last night. Reynaldo Lopez went 5 innings, gave up just 1 run. Braves scrapped around. Ozuna hit a big homer, man. He's carried the team, and Atlanta won last night 3-1. Which is how they can win a bunch of games if Lopez, Sale, Fried, and Morton go out and do every single start what Reynaldo Lopez was able to do last night. For as far as last night's game, and the Braves are within 6. What's more important is they won, Mets lost. It's the wild card that really you're just going to try and keep in focus. And in your grasp, you lead. You have a 2.5-game lead. It's not like they're chasing to make the postseason. But that's how you're going to have to do it, man. But Lopez coming off of his stint on the IL and to pitch as good as he did last night, he had 10 strikeouts in 5 innings.
Yeah, struck out 10.
Yeah, so that was very encouraging as well. And, we'll see. They're just patching him in, just some patchwork here. I guess really now the only guy you get back is Albies, right?
Yeah, and he should be, they said September, so it's, coming soon.
But, Lopez has returned. Fried has returned. You've got your 4 starters. I haven't mentioned Schwellenbach yet. Is that 5th starter, more than solid as a 5th starter. But the lineup kind of is, Soler pinch hit last night. Riley's going to miss the rest of the year. Acuna, he's gone for the rest of the year. Albies is really the only reinforcement that's going to come, and it will make them better. It'll make them deeper. Getting a lot of reps and ABs and important pressure situations for what ultimately will be the top of your bench guys. But the Braves win 3-1, so go out tonight against Darren Nolan, throw 5 or 6 shutout innings. They'll be okay. Good luck with that. We shall see. All right, much more as we have got you set up for a Hump Day Wednesday. Our Wednesday program brought to you by Beatros Plumbing. Like family, Beatros is there. Now hiring commercial plumbers as well. Go to BeatrosPlumbing.com for any and all intel. We've got Get Smart John coming up in about an hour. The Murphy Power Hour today as we talk baseball and it's laser focus on the pennant chase here in the stretch run. So thanks for being up and at 'em with us. We shall return. You're listening to The Drill on 1010XL, 92.5 FM.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here.
Get this thing unwrapped here.
Praz, what in the world are you doing working on your Duval?
That's right, man. I really identify with Duval.
You live in St. Johns County, knucklehead.
I mean the Duval sub, the Dailies Dash Duval. Turkey, ham, melted cheddar, and habanero jack cheeses. Lettuce, tomato, crispy and fresh, like me. I'm sure there's a Dailies Dash sub that sums you up.
The boss.
Because, of course.
Oven roasted beef, Munster cheese, roasted mushrooms, caramelized onions. It's the boss of all subs. Only available for me.
That's just not true.
What do you mean? I walked in the other day, screamed, "You know it!" and said, "A boss for a boss."
Well, no matter who you are, there is a Dailies Dash sandwich or sub for you.
Go find yours. They may even make you a boss.
I'm sure they will, because it is Dailies Dash.
Where more is better.
And you got that right.
Get your engine tuned up for Saturday night at Daytona.
Hey, boys, watch this.
NASCAR Coke Zero 400 at Daytona. Brought to you by the Plumbers and Pipe Fitters Local Union 234. From Jacksonville's NASCAR station, 1010XL.
All right, I know there are you that are up and at 'em and listening right now who have already heeded this advice because I've heard from you. And that advice is call my doctor on demand, Paul Busset, with Integra Concierge Medicine. Listen, I don't care how old you are. Do you feel like you're aging out of your energy levels? Do you feel like you're more bothered by chronic pain and aches and pains? Has your sexual health and libido declined? Any and all of these are there to be fixed with Doc Paul and Integra. The testosterone treatments, the bioidentical hormones that give you a little burst where you're looking for it. I'm telling you, I can, from example, tell you it works. There's no downside. There is no bad side effect. We're also talking now with Doc about a licensed PA as well. So he's got your health covered from stem to stern. Give him a call at Integra Concierge Medicine, 619-3609 or IntegraConciergeMedicine.com.
At Hodges Mazda, what Mazda moves you? Find out. Lauren Brooks here. Come test drive the Mazda CX-90, engineered to fit your lifestyle. Take advantage of 1.9% APR for up to 72 months on a 2024 Mazda CX-90, the largest three-row SUV that Mazda offers. Our professional non-commissioned sales team always puts your best interest first, and you'll get 2 years free maintenance. Visit Hodges Mazda today or shop online at HodgesMazda.com to discover the Hodges Mazda difference. See dealer for details. Terms and fees for qualified applicants expire September 3rd, 2024.
Hey, it's one of life's most important decisions. If you're 18 years or older, you just got married, just got divorced, you have children, of course you want to take care of your family, right? That's why I'm here to tell you about Matt Hinson and the Hinson Law Firm. I'm not the attorney, but have you done your last will? Matt wants to know, besides getting your assets to the people that you choose, planning will also help minimize income, gift, and estate taxes at will. Matt Hinson will listen, help you with some tough decisions. He'll provide you info needed so you're at ease with your choice. It's the Hinson Law Firm. You got questions, reach out to Matty, 904-527-1700. That's 527-1700. Office is Jacksonville, Florida. And don't let the state decide your fate.
What's up? I'm Miles.
Hey, and I'm Jara.
And a little thing we love about the Chick-fil-A Maple Pepper Bacon Sandwich is how the flavors come together. First, I taste the smoky grilled chicken, then the pepper bacon with that maple bun, added with the sweet heat and the pickles.
I'm really sold on the pickle. It meets you in the middle with the sweetness and the heat.
It's spice-tastic.
Yum-licious.
Flavoristic.
The sandwich of the summer. The Maple Pepper Bacon Sandwich.
Order the Maple Pepper Bacon Sandwich on the Chick-fil-A app today. Available for a limited time. Real guests paid for their testimonials.
This is Josh Woolsey with Woolsey Morecambe. Woolsey Morecambe is your MVP in the legal game. Our team of skilled attorneys tackle personal injury cases with compassion and expertise. With fumbles like a car or truck accident, we're here to seek the compensation you deserve. Right here in Jacksonville, we've successfully won over $100 million and earned a championship-worthy record. When it's game time, you want a team that plays to win. Contact Woolsey Morecambe at 1-800-WOOLSEY. Offices, Jacksonville.
Discover the difference that local expertise makes at First Coast Lighting and Fans. Visit their showroom at the Avenues and browse high-quality products to match your desire for elegance, quality, and uniqueness at First Coast Lighting and Fans.
A lot of companies will tell you they're the best. At Custom Tree Surgeons, they show you every time. Custom Tree Surgeons has built an all-pro team. Every tree service professional has years of experience, continually trained and certified. They know what, when, and how to handle any job. It gets done efficiently and quickly by a team of experts. So for tree trimming, removal, stump grinding, and emergency services, forget any name other than Custom Tree Surgeons. There is no job they can't do better. Go to our website, CustomTreeSurgeons.com. That's CustomTreeSurgeons.com, and let them show you how the job is supposed to get done.
For all your plumbing needs, call on the Bold City's best. The water heater's broken, disposal doesn't work. Toilets overflowing, the wife's going berserk. There's water all around me, the faucet sprung a leak. The only way to fix it is to call on Roland Reach, 'cause I got the blues, yeah. Roland Reach Plumbing. Lose the bad plumbing blues and find your peace with Roland Reach. Yeah.
Start your Sunday off with a cup of Joe and some sports medicine intel. This is Joe C. inviting you to join me and Dr. George Bari for Breaking Bones every Sunday morning at 7:30. And if you miss an episode, just look for Breaking Bones wherever you listen to podcasts.
Looking to elevate your game night experience? Look no further than Best Bet. We're not just a card room, we're your destination for excitement, fun, and big wins. Whether you're a seasoned player or new to the game, we have something for everyone. Join us at Best Bet Jacksonville, Orange Park, or St. Augustine for thrilling tournaments, exciting promotions, and a vibrant atmosphere that will take your game night to the next level. Elevate your game night at Best Bet. Visit bestbetjacks.com to learn more. That's bestbetjacks.com.
Summer is here, which means it's time for road trips and family vacations. Frank Frangie here. Before you hit the road, make sure your car can handle the heat with a visit to Big Chief Tire. Their expert technicians will ensure your vehicle can handle the summer heat, from tire checks to AC services. Avoid the stress of a breakdown and travel with confidence. Visit BigChiefTire.com or call 904-932-0950 to schedule your summer checkup today. Big Chief Tire keeps Jacks rolling.
You don't have to be a football star to get a signing bonus. The team at Republic Services needs your skills, and they're paying up to $5,000 for you to join the roster. You'll be joining a winner. As an essential business, the Republic Services trucks have not stopped rolling with hourly and weekly pay and better benefits and vacation packages than the rest of the league. Driver trainees, $1,000 sign-on bonus. CDL drivers, $3,000. Diesel mechanics, $5,000 bonus. Join the winning team at Republic Services today. Visit republicservices.com.
Equal opportunity employer.
David Garrard here. Playing in the NFL can put a lot of wear and tear on your body, especially your knees. Southeast Orthopedic Specialist has kept me mobile and ready to tackle every day.
Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
David Garrard here. I've had the PRP treatment from Southeast Orthopedic Specialists, and my knees are really doing well. Platelet-rich plasma treatment may be the answer for whatever is hurting you.
Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
I feel like I fit in great. I feel throughout my career I've played everything from a wide 9 to a 0 technique. So I feel like I played every position up and down the defensive line. And, in this scheme, we're going to be moving around some, lining up at different positions. And I think it's going to be great for us.
That's Eric Armstead, one of the new additions we haven't seen yet. Started on the PUP list. He's been activated off of that. He's been very high on his teammates. That D-line, I don't know about the edge rush, but boy, on the interior, here it comes. There's going to be a good football player released. I do think that the odd man out of that rotation they've had 5 or 6 guys been performing pretty good in the preseason, including 3 sacks from the Big O, we'll call him. Oh, man, I don't know how much longer that name will be around camp despite those 3 sacks. But anyway, the Jags at the Falcons coming up on Friday. We've heard Doug Peterson say he's going to play his starters, a quarter, maybe even a half. What does that mean as far as the injured guys go? You heard Armstead talking about Ryan Nielsen's scheme and how much he likes it. He's raved about Josh Allen and Trayvon Walker. But will Armstead play this Friday night? Nielsen was asked that yesterday.
Look, we're going to take Eric, the injury stuff, I could say no comment, but I don't think so, but I'm not sure totally right now. He just came back yesterday, so don't want to close the door on anything, but, so we'll see. Just taking it one day at a time with Eric.
Smart answer. No, he's not going to play. Or should he? I don't want him to play. You want Eric Armstead coming off? But no, let's don't get out there and get tangled up in a mass of humanity. Let's just get this thing going so we're full strength and raring to go when the team opens the regular season. Man, it's not that far away. What is it, September 8th? Is that the opening Sunday?
I think it's 9th.
9th, yeah, so September 9th, the opening Sunday of the National Football League.
No, it's 8th. I'm sorry.
Okay.
It is the 8th.
Yeah,
yes.
so, listen, gang, a quick calendar check here. Oh, yeah, it's August 21st.
Yep.
So Nielsen asked yesterday, at what point of camp, or, camp officially is over, but the cuts haven't come, do you start focusing in on that regular season opener and Miami?
maybe we have, maybe we haven't. So, but yeah, look, we'll take care of them when that time has come. Our focus on Atlanta and winning this game.
Yeah, nod, wink, wink, right? Oh, I was talking about that fantasy draft I was watching last night. Idle time. Those Dolphins were flying off the board, boy. The receivers, obviously, with Tyreek Hill and Waddle, and obviously Tua led the league in passing yards last year. Achane went high. I mean, there are a lot of explosive pieces to that offense down there.
Mostert had a big year rushing.
That's a tough assignment right out of the gates. Miami always seems to play their best football early in the year, right? Or maybe it's just recency bias there. But they put some numbers on some teams here the last couple of years early in the year down there in South Florida. We'll see when we get to September 8th. Darnell Savage, I think, will play this week. He's been out running around. I think he wants to play. I think he's excited about joining the Jaguars from the Packers. Again, just another player with that playoff experience, with that expectation from the franchises that they came from, that they would be playoff teams each and every year. Savage is a guy who we were told is very versatile, right? Could play anywhere from safety to nickel corner. We haven't seen what the actual on-field plan is for him because to this point he hasn't played. Again, I think he will on Friday. Savage asked you yesterday to describe his role in the defense.
I don't think it's a specific role. I just want to be around the ball, man. I feel like I can really make the game difficult for offenses, So with me just moving around, and I'm pretty smart too, so I can wear a lot of different hats, So just me just moving around and just staying in it and just being all over the place. It's fun, It keeps me engaged, so it's cool.
So when we write it, do we say safety or corner?
However y'all want to split it, man. However y'all want to split it. DB.
Yeah, it's like, well, there you go, right? And so I guess it probably won't be. I think he answered it honestly. I mean, I don't think Savage would be, opposed to tell you which way he's leaning or, what he expects most. I think it literally is kind of a hybrid role for him there. They got a couple of guys that can do. I mean, Antonio Johnson, we heard when he was the third safety, had the capability of covering in the slot. You've got Jarian Jones, obviously, the rookie out of FSU. So bodies there, competition there, probably a little more depth. I mean, it looks like even though you lost Darius Williams and Rayshon Jenkins, the addition of Darby and Savage and Jones, probably overall for your secondary is a net positive compared to a year ago. Maybe not a huge difference, but overall I'd say a net positive. We got a lot of interesting news from the NFL coming up in a Football Fix. That's next segment. But I told you I was doing a little bit of research on the ACC season opening. It's not just FSU's opener, but it's the ACC opener as they host. Well, not host. They go to Ireland and play Georgia Tech this Saturday. So the Athletic has ranked the ACC by tiers, and a lot more teams in Tier 1 than I think, our inclination is. Sitting here in Florida, where right? Don't you feel like the ACC? Don't you feel like the ACC will be won by FSU, Clemson, or Miami? Show of hands. FSU fan or not, college football fan riding around town this morning or up and Adam listening on the app. Don't you think the ACC is going to be won by FSU, Clemson, or Miami? Wouldn't you, if you got even odds on those three against the field, wouldn't you take it? Well, you're leaving two teams out, at least according here to the tiers, and really, quite frankly, the win projections, expected wins. FSU, Tier 1, by the way, would be the playoff contenders, and FSU does lead the pack, but the expected wins is only, quote-unquote, 9.1. In other words, they say 9-3, right? 12-game season. And Clemson, 8.5. It's pretty close. I hate these expected wins that end in fractions, though. What are we doing? I just checked. Yep, can't go 8.5 and 3.5. Doesn't exist. Miami, also 8.5. And then a fourth team. I told you there were a couple lurking in the shadows. NC State people are high on, and they've got an expected win total of 8.2. So if you round up and round down, you got FSU, Clemson, Miami, all 9. NC State with 8. That's far from a... And then you go to that next tier, Virginia Tech, 8.8 wins. You're saying you don't think they're as good, but that win total would put them right up there with those others. And here's SMU. They're another one that I feel is kind of in the shadows at 8.3 expected wins. Those are all in Tier 2. By the way, the season opening opponent, Georgia Tech, according to the Athletic here, they're on the bowl bubble, only expected to win a little over 5 games. Again, the fractions. But all the way down there in Tier 3, FSU, Georgia Tech. Going to kick it off in Dublin, high noon on Saturday. Man, football back, baby. All right, let's go to Billy Napier. Heard a little from him yesterday. Again, and Chris Doring, when he joined us for the Doring Report, man, it's just, they're behind closed doors. And it's not just them. It's basically everyone. I think Doring said LSU is about the only one that lets media into the practice anymore. So you really just kind of got to go by either the University of Florida official version of what happened in practice or, some news and notes leaking out here and there. We've heard them preach explosiveness in the offense, especially in the passing game. Going to take more shots downfield. Do they have the personnel to whip the opponents that they have to face? That's another issue, perhaps. A crazy stat that Hick laid out earlier this week. I mean, Pro Football Focus has Florida's offensive line ranked number 10 in the country. I don't agree with that, and I will say if Florida has the number 10 offensive line in the country, then they are going to win 9 games. They are going to be an outlier. With that as a parameter, I don't know where they're coming up with that. We shall see. As for what Napier is seeing, he's seeing a more explosive offense.
We had some explosives. We did. I do think the defense did a good job limiting explosives, but there's no question that we had some throughout. Look, we know turnover margin and explosives are critical factors relative to winning, so we want to be intentional about trying to do that.
Listen, part of the explosiveness is they're going to run the football. They love to run the football. They love to run it so much that they split the carries up so much that ETN said, "Nah, I'll go to Georgia." And they've got good young backs. Shoot, Trayon Webb from here. This could be a big year for him. We're going to find out a lot here in year 2. And it's especially murky, not being able to observe. It's especially murky because of the situation with Montrell Johnson. We learned at the beginning of the month he went under a knee procedure, and they are hopeful. Here's the latest. Again, this is from the official university perspective.
Montrell's doing fantastic, right? He's been able to do a few things. We expect him to be able to participate in practice, whether that's modified and at some point full speed. But we'll give you an update. Obviously, we're getting ready to turn the page into game week, but we'll give you updates per the timeline up until the game. But we have confidence that Montrell's doing great and feel good about his return.
None of that tells you is he going to be ready to go against Miami. All those things can be true. You can feel great. You're confident in his return, but that doesn't put a timeline on it. And it, to me, would be doubtful if you had any sort of knee surgery in August 6th or whatever the date was, that you're going to be ready to play football on August 31. Seems ambitious. I mean, that's the problem with the schedule. A lot of years, a schedule like this, Eastern Washington's coming to town, and it doesn't matter who you play. Not the case with Miami, and you got Texas A&M early in the schedule. It's not a lot of room to just kick back and rest. We shall see. Aaron Rodgers is calling this training camp. Now, Aaron Rodgers has been around a while. He's calling this training camp one of the most taxing of his career. Is he out of ayahuasca? Who knows? We'll give you an answer to Football Fix when we return. You're listening to The Drill on a Betros Plumbing Wednesday.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here.
This is Brent Musburger's Visa in Action update on 1010XL. Brought to you by Duck Duck Rooter Plumbing, Septic, and Air Conditioning. When you're stuck, call the Duck. Proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Florida State will kick off the college football season in Dublin, Ireland against the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets on Saturday. The Seminoles 11-point favorites, 55.5 the total. Jaguars close out the preseason Friday night at Atlanta. Jacksonville laying 7, 35.5 the total at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Ryan Pepio on the mound for the Tampa Bay Rays today. $1.30 favorite at Oakland, plus 110. 7.5 flat the total. Braves and Phillies continue their series today. It's Max Fried on the mound for Atlanta, minus 115 against Aaron Nola of the Phillies, minus 105. The total is 8, shaded to the over. Bet smarter with Juice Reel. It's free in the App Store. Juice, R-E-E-L. Mike Sennett, 1010XL.
Oh, no.
You okay in there?
Toilet's backed up. It won't flush.
Okay, I'll call the pros.
The tank isn't filling. The handle does nothing. Run for your life.
Don't be so dramatic. Duck Rooter will fix it.
For any plumbing issue, call Duck Rooter, your local plumbing professionals and proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. DuckDuckRooter.com.
When you're stuck, call the Duck. 904-862-6769.
Imagine like just skip your next 2 house payments. Stick around. Great news, homeowners. Mortgage rates are tanking, and our friends at Loan Pronto have rates that start with a 4. That's the best rate in years, so if your current rate is over 6%, you can dump it, lower your house payment big time. Loan Pronto has locked in folks recently at 4.99% APR, so whether you got your loan last week, you had it for years, it's time to call Loan Pronto. Even if you're in process with another lender. That's what a second opinion's all about. Stop now and call Loan Pronto and ask about their zero-cost rate reduction home loan. You can lock in a lower rate, no closing costs. Should only take a couple days, almost no paperwork, usually no appraisal. If you act now, you'll be able to skip those next 2 house payments. So call now. Loan Pronto can give you a rate quote in minutes with no hard credit pull, no upfront fees like the other guys. And 904-999-1508, 999-1508, loanpronto.com.
Do the Garber Wiggle, Garber Wiggle, Wiggle Wiggle, Garber Wiggle.
If you're looking for a pre-owned vehicle with lifetime warranty, Garber Auto Mall can wiggle it. Best price, best payment, best trade-in value, Garber Auto Mall can wiggle it. With a huge selection of pre-owned vehicles, Garber Auto Mall can wiggle it. Visit us in Green Cove Springs or at GarberAutomall.com. And remember, at Garber Auto Mall, there is always a little room for wiggle.
Garber Wiggle, Garber Wiggle, Wiggle Wiggle, Garber Wiggle.
Hey, gang, Hicken here for Zero Res. You know how hot it is outside. Many of us stay inside, go to the pool. Well, my friends at Zero Res are heating things up. As you know, Zero Res does a great job of cleaning carpets and rugs, but they also clean luxury vinyl planking. We like to call that LVP. Tile and grout, fine stone, and hardwood floors. Right now, hottest price of the year. 25% off all hard floor cleaning. That's 25% off tile, LVP, fine stone, and hardwood floors. Zero Res, man. You spell it forward, you spell it backwards. Zero Res. It's the right way to clean.
Guys, feeling deflated in the bedroom? ED, low T, no energy? If your stuff is broken, call 904-STROKEN or 904stroken.com. No shots in the first treatment, now free. Fix your ED at 904stroken.com.
Integrity, persistence, and standing up for victims. It's what you want in a personal injury case and what my friend and lawyer Glenn Cohen brings to every case for over 40 years. Call Glenn at Barnes, Cohen, and Sullivan.
When pests invade your space, you don't just need them out, you need them out fast. And you need to keep them out. At Terminix, we show up for you and eliminate pests quicker. Because we care about what matters most to you. When pests show up, so do we. Don't live with a pest problem. Terminix it. Visit Terminix.com today to schedule a free inspection online. That's TERMINIX.com. TERMINIX.com. Terminix it.
Everyone agrees that playing quarterback is the hardest thing to do in sports, yet it's the one thing that everyone says they could do.
Denny Thompson is the Quarterback Whisperer. Friday mornings on The Drill. Brought to you by Tyson Sound and Security and George Moore Chevrolet.
Come to Monahan Jewelers store-wide 50 to 60% off sale going on now for a very limited time. Everything on display is 50 to 60% off at Monahan Jewelers. We've bought so much brand new jewelry, we need to make room for it. Diamond jewelry, engagement semi-mounts, colored gemstones, even gold chains. Right now, everything on display at Monahan Jewelers is 50 to 60% off. Jewelry's going quick, so come to Monahan Jewelers in Atlantic Beach.
Satisfied that all is well with your business operations? If your IT security and print management is working, you must have hired ABS, Advanced Business Solutions, your local Xerox copier dealer. ABS, Advanced Business Solutions.
Yo, this is Tony from Tony D's. Are you looking for a great slice of pizza? Well, we have about 12 varieties. Most places won't have slices of pizza after lunch. At Tony D's, you can get a slice all day. It's always fresh at Tony D's Pizza. Bay Meadows and 295.
Yo, if you've been following me on my bookie, you will know that I'm hitting for straight cash, homie. It's your boy E.T. And are you ready for the ultimate college football season? Using my bookie's sportsbook and casino platform, you can bet on every game and win anytime, anywhere, straight from your mobile device. No app necessary. Just click on the link, sign up, and you're ready to rock. Did you know that the average college football game runs about 180 plays? Every catch, sack, and touchdown is another way to hit that straight cash, homie, using my bookie. And when you bet with my bookie, you're not just watching the games, you're investing in every moment of the action. And I'm speaking from experience. A few bucks on the line can turn any regular game into one of the most exciting games of the season. So make sure you head over to my bookie. And don't forget to use promo code TenTenXL when signing up to claim that $1,000 bonus on the first deposit. Bet anything, anytime, anywhere with my bookie. Come on, somebody.
Hey folks, Mike Dempsey here. You've heard me talking about Pella Windows and Doors, and with great ratings and expert reviews, you know they're high quality and energy efficient products. So what's your next step? How about scheduling a free consultation or just stop by the Pella showroom right there on Phillips Highway next to Tesla. Pella's professional consultants will guide you through your entire project from start to finish. From simple projects to complex renovations, their team has the experience needed to make your project a success. And that's the quality and service you can expect from Pella Windows and Doors.
The experts at AMCO have been fixing cars for almost 60 years. Over that time, they've gotten more complex than ever. That's why our techs undergo rigorous training and certifications, so they can fix anything, including the most complicated repairs that come with some of the latest technologies. After 60 years, there's nothing we haven't seen or fixed. It's how we know cars inside and out.
Money tight? We can finance almost anybody. Find the AMCO transmissions nearest you at amcojacksonville.com.
What defines a hero? Dedication, loyalty, courage. Every day at AMCO, we serve heroes. For over 60 years, we've repaired and maintained the most critical public service vehicles. From complex transmissions to simple brake jobs with flexible financing and the extra safety precautions we need. The heroes we serve don't all wear uniforms. They're people like you. At AMCO, we're proud to serve all of you. AA MCO.
Family owned and operated in Jacksonville, Orange Park, St. Augustine, and St. Mary's, Georgia.
This is Dr. Kevin Kaplan, head team physician for your Jacksonville Jaguars. Here's the latest update on the Jags, brought to you by Baptist Health and JOI.
Jaguar defensive coordinator Ryan Nielsen commented on the readiness of his defense.
It's always a work in progress, so we're working on the things that we see that we've got to continue to push the guys' fundamentals, the knowledge of the scheme.
Defensive back Darnell Savage says this is the perfect defense for him.
I feel like it's rare that you have a defense that's dynamic, because normally you think of offenses are dynamic, but I feel like this defense is dynamic. It lets the playmakers go make plays.
Jaguar head coach Doug Peterson feels the roster that he and general manager Trent Baalke have put together are starting to show impact.
The last couple of years, you're starting to see now these young players really emerge and do some good things.
At your Jacksonville Orthopedic Institute Jaguar update, I'm Sam Nelson.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
All right, back here on the drill. 641-1010, that's the text line. Designed by Lifetime Enclosures. Guardians and Yankees played the season's longest game last night. 12 innings. Went deep in the night. Yankees, you could say, kind of blew it. Man, there's about 5 or 6 teams in Major League Baseball all sitting at the top of the overall standings with about the same record. So home field advantage for like championship series and World Series. That's something else to keep an eye on down the stretch. And we'll ask Daniel this morning how important that is for a team. Right? You're like the Brewers know they're going to win their division. Dodgers assume. Yankees, Orioles will keep going back and forth. Cleveland most likely knows they're going to win the division. So do you and you're all within a game of each other, really? Does that affect you down the stretch? Because what teams do a lot of the time, right? When they're all locked up, they get their pitching staff set up, they rest guys, give guys late season rests. Do those? Of course, the Braves can't do that. Every lineup looks like guys are getting rest. Aaron Judge, by the way, hit his 45th homer last night, and there's like, I can't remember the stat. I don't know, something, but there's like 5 Yankees to do it. He's got 3 of them. Yankees kind of notorious. Kind of had some sluggers. I don't know what the list was, but the 45, it's like the third time he's gone like 45, either 45 homers straight up or 45 homers and 100 walks. I don't know, some sort of just these guys, man.
Yeah, him and Ohtani, the years they're having. Like, Ohtani's going to be the first Dodger ever to go 40-40. 40 homers, 40 steals.
Yeah, he's there already. Really, I mean, it's the 50-50 is
right.
I mean, 50-50 is in play.
It is. He's unbelievable.
Yeah, and you just mentioned 2 guys, and boy, there is a guy in Atlanta, and what Marcell Ozuna is doing is just like Ozuna. Here's what's crazy about Ozuna and literally keeping the Braves afloat. He's single-handedly kept them afloat, and he's done it from the beginning of the year. And what I was going to say is the guy hasn't really had a slump, Gibby.
No.
Like the whole year, he's never had a slump. He's never gone 3 for 30 or gotten he just, Marcell Ozuna, for all the talent that he's displayed, through the years, for all of his many positives, he's been a very good player. The year that Freeman won the MVP, really Ozuna was the better player. He could have won it that year. Last year, he had 40 home runs.
He's still the only Brave that's hitting above 300, and he's been that way the whole year.
Yeah, and what I was going to say is it's more than that. Marcell Ozuna leads the National League in hitting.
Yeah, he's a pure hitter. He is. And DH, he doesn't have to play the outfield. You'd like to have a guy that does everything. He doesn't have to.
He's the only batter in the National League hitting over 300.
Yeah.
Ozuna's hitting 309. Alec Boehm of the Phillies is second, and Ozuna did it again last night with his 37th home run. We're not talking about it at all. First, here's Ozuna's homer against the Phils.
Ozuna to deep center field. Goodbye. A big fly for the Big Bear. 2-1 Atlanta.
The guy just keeps going. Braves got to win. Like the only strategy, like I said, these starters got to go about 5-6 innings and don't give up any runs every outing, and we'll see. But Ozuna's hitting 309. He leads the National League. That's 11 points better than Alec Boehm, who is hitting 298. Shohei's got 39 homers. Ozuna's second now with 37. And Ozuna leads Major League Baseball with 94 RBIs. So Ozuna is 2 home runs behind Shohei, or he'd be leading the Triple Crown right now.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It is what it is. But nonetheless, fire up the band. We got a football fix. Got some good stuff I want to get to here. I want to keep us on the sked. Hicken Arrival is coming up next, and we've got Get Smart John waiting in the wings. Gardner Minshew got the good news. He'll be the starter.
Yeah, man. Super excited. He called me into his office, gave me the news. Couldn't be more grateful, excited. I'm so excited for this team, what we have in front of us, man. I think everybody in this locker room feels how special we can be. I think it's going to be a fun process of just getting better every day, and just couldn't be more grateful to be a part of it.
All right, so you heard Tua on his former coach, Brian Flores. Flores met the media yesterday, and I thought he was sincere and he was contrite. Probably didn't. I don't want to hear it, Gibby. I don't want to play the soundbite, but he probably didn't. He'd do things differently. All right, he did. It was wrong. Thought he was pushing buttons. Thought it was his style, and was wrong. And says, and it was believable. He wished nothing but the best for Tua, and it's probably smart to do that. Don't let it linger. Address it. And he did yesterday. So Aaron Rodgers says this Jets training camp is one of the most taxing in his career. Says he was warned in April. Robert Saleh said to expect a tough training camp. Rodgers now calling it one of the most taxing he's experienced. Oh, and by the way, he kind of likes it. I would say this camp is much harder this year. Maybe the hardest in the last 7-8 of my career. The Jets have taken 300 more practice reps than they had at this point last year, Rodgers said. And I think that shows that the organization, at least, not concerned about Rodgers' age. 41 in December, his recovery from Achilles, which should be fine, obviously, by now. That happened on September 13th. Pressure on Saleh and the Jets, for sure. He's just 18 and 33 in his first 3 seasons. Justin Herbert is energizing the Chargers. He's returned now to L.A. out there, so they are certainly encouraged. That's what there's always a handful of teams that it can break either way. You just don't know. Chargers might fall into that category. Jerry Jones once again speaking on the CD Lamb situation. It's starting to feel, with what people are saying, it's starting to feel like this deal's going to get done sooner rather than later. Shouldn't be that hard. We know where CD Lamb fits. The receivers have been paid. Slot him up there either just under Justin Jefferson or just over, and let's go play ball. That's Football Fix. You're welcome. Brought to you by Allstate agent Mandy Bowers in Mandarin and the home course, the Julington Creek Golf Club. Hicken Rival is next. Get Smart John coming up at about 7:20, and you are listening to The Drill on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
The Drill from the studios at Republic Services. We'll handle it from here.
Celebrate a new season.
Don't hold nothing back.
1010XL's college kickoff coverage is brought to you by Jenkins Genesis of Northeast Florida and Island Oaks RV Park.
Do not start celebrating too early.
On 1010XL.
Rejoice!
Hey, I can hear from my friends at Lockhart Construction. That's a longtime Jacksonville business. Shane Lockhart, his pops, his guys, all from here, taking care of people who live here. People like the Hickens, who needed a new bathroom. We called Lockhart, and voila, we had a new bathroom. They're fast, friendly, affordable, and they're clean. They're terrific. I can't say enough good things about Lockhart. They've done my son's siding. Tremendous. Looks like a brand new house. You unlock better living with Lockhart Construction. Their family gives your family a better living experience. So if you have a construction need, a remodel, thought, an idea, give Shane a call. He'll call you back. That's how he works. It's real easy. 994-3865. Shane Lockhart, Lockhart Construction, 994-3865.
Now you can watch 1010XL shows all day on X, Facebook, and YouTube. Brought to you by MyBookie. Experience Vegas from the comfort of your phone anytime, anywhere. Sign up today. Use promo code 1010XL.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking flim-flam tactics. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from AirPods to fishing rods. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
Hacker here with a new opportunity for you. The 20-pound Summer Slim Down with Awaken 180 weight loss. Dropping 20 pounds before summer ends, cruising to your goal of 30, 40, 50-plus pounds down. It's simple. You take the last few weeks of summer, eating, drinking, enjoying the weather, but the difference? You're doing it with the 20-pound Summer Slim Down. But you say, heck, summer's almost over. Well, that's the point. The pounds melt off fast with Awaken 180. I dropped my first 20 in less time, and that easy 20 propelled me to reach my goal of losing over 85 pounds. Think about it. You're about to slide back into the same old fall routine with the same old mindset. Mix it up. Live up the rest of your summer while dropping the first 20. Then jump into fall with a whole new groove. Yeah, I said it, and you'll be saying it too in just a few weeks. 20-pound Summer Slim Down with the solution for weight loss. Online, awaken180weightloss.com.
Get your athletes game day ready with Injury Care Centers. Kick off the upcoming sports season with their $69 Peak Performance Physical. It identifies strengths and weaknesses in muscles and body mechanics, tapping into the power of AI technology. Help your athlete run faster, throw harder, and jump higher at Injury Care Centers. Elevate their game from the inside out. Call Injury Care Centers today, 904-783-0008. That's 904-783-0008.
Home of the Jacksonville Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
Stevie Beatrice from Beatrice Plumbing here. A lot of plumbing companies say a lot of things. We focus on what customers say. Like who a few weeks ago, Donna, said the entire experience was the best fix-it experience she ever had. Or Chris, whose hot water went out on a Saturday and he thanked us for getting it fixed that night. Because that's the difference when you hire a real plumber. They show up to fix the problem. So next time you need a plumber, remember Beatrice Plumbing. Because real plumbers fix problems real fast.
She's very comfortable talking sports and hanging out with the boys.
Mia O'Brien here, still providing the best multimedia sports coverage in Northeast Florida on 1010XL radio, video, and social channels.
All things Mia are driven by Arlington Toyota.
On tour across North America, Jane's Addiction. With Love and Rockets. August 27th, Daly's Place. Jane's Addiction. With Love and Rockets. Together live. On sale now at livenation.com.
No new tale to tell. DivorceMenOnly.com. This is Kenny Lay of Kenny Lay & Associates. Our firm specializes in representing men in family law. That's all we do. That's our only focus. We can help with all of your family law needs, such as divorce, custody, alimony, and child support. For over a decade, we have helped thousands of men with these types of issues. We even have an appellate division ready to challenge a judge's ruling. If you need a family law attorney, go to DivorceMenOnly.com. DivorceMenOnly.com. Offices, Jacksonville.
Attention men and women. If you would like to get your hair back, then you need to listen to some of our clients. John in Orange Park.
IHRS showed me what was causing my hair loss and helped stop it.
Call IHRS now at 904-777-IHRS. Find out how to grow your hair back with a free hair and scalp examination. Mike from Bay Meadows.
I finally found the most experienced company who could restore my hair. Now I have hair where I had none before.
Results guaranteed. Diane from Ponte Vedra.
Now I have what lotions couldn't give me. Thick, beautiful hair.
Find out why you're losing your hair and how to grow your hair back. Call 904-777-IHRS for a limited time free hair and scalp examination.
Now my hair will grow for the rest of my life. Thanks, IHRS.
Thank you, IHRS.
Thanks, IHRS, for giving me my hair back.
Hurry, this free examination, normally $199, is yours for free and good only through Sunday. For your free examination, call IHRS at 904-777-IHRS. That's 904-777-4477. Call now.
Here's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update, sponsored by U.S. Park. Gator head coach Billy Napier has heard the criticism of the team's defense, but he has expectations of the unit.
I think we have high expectations for how we want to play defense around here. As a head coach, I would tell you when we've won games, we've been good on defense.
FSU head coach Mike Norville is good with the Noles kicking off the college season.
Very excited, being able to kick off, the college football season. I'm really proud of our guys and all the work they put in, throughout the offseason.
The USA Today Florida Network Super 25 released its rankings of the top 25 high school football programs. Our area saw the Mustangs of Mandarin in the top 10 at number 7, St. Augustine at number 17, and Bowles in at number 18. That's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update. I'm Sam Nelson.
77 degrees at 7:01. Time and temp brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Ladies and gents, please put your hands together as Dan Hicken enters the studio.
You know it! You know it! Yes, sir! Hump day! Oh, I love me some hump day. Good to be here on a Wednesday. I am. Ready to roll.
You got double duty on Mondays and Wednesdays?
No, just one class. We only got one class.
Oh, you didn't have two on Monday?
No, we only have one. I thought we were going to have two, but we only have one, which is really good.
I heard you lining up a speaker yesterday.
Yeah, I got speakers coming.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, the kids are excited. We had the first
the
first
hockey
class.
sticks.
Yeah. So we got, what do we got, 28, 29 kids.
But you're positively telling me you weren't demoted out of the second class.
No, I don't think so. I think it just ended up being just one class,
well,
which is...
There you go.
Yeah, two would have been taxing.
Well, that's the price you pay.
Yeah.
You and Pete Carroll.
Yeah. Yeah, me and Pete.
Well, a peer
Adjunct
of yours.
professors.
Yeah.
Yeah. Probably talked to him this week and
He went back to
exchanged some-
USC.
Yeah.
Pete Carroll did. Wonder what
Right.
he's teaching.
Exchanged some ideas, some teaching.
Do you know what he's
methods.
teaching? Did you look at his syllabus or anything?
I have not.
Okay.
I have not. My syllabus is posted for the kids.
I have a great idea that I'm going to steal. It's only 24 hours old, but I'm going to get us each drill T-shirts with a QR code on the back. We're walking down. You like the drill? Shoot us a little NIL, just that's all.
Unbelievable.
Pay it forward.
Golly.
Why don't we do that? Or our press badges, or news vehicles.
This
everybody in this country is a slippery path of everyone wanting stuff for nothing.
This is just
this is crazy.
And so Oklahoma State is putting a QR code on their helmet. Is that what I understand?
Yeah. By the way, fans, starting next week, look for the QR codes on those pom-poms. Would you like a date with Sally Mae?
I think what bothers me the most, and these are universities just with gobs of money. And yet
Boone Pickens town.
Yeah, and yet they turn to
what a name,
the regular fan.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they need some of theirs. I've been telling you that you're starting to come to my side.
Not really.
For this brief moment, you're making my argument.
I'm just saying the reality is the reality. If this is the way they're going to do it, the fans have to make a choice. But that's the way it is. But like Ohio State went and bought their an unbelievable football team, and now they'll reap the benefits this year. And you have to decide if it's worth it.
Would you take Ohio State or the field?
Like when you want it, if Florida loses to Miami and you're here Monday screaming,
it ain't because I didn't send $20.
That Billy Napier's got to go. And I'll say,
First
okay,
of all,
well,
I won't be screaming that Billy Napier's got to go after the season opener.
Well, if Florida loses to Miami, mark my words.
I will not be saying he's got to go.
If you're
That's
still
so
here,
wrong.
mark my words.
If I'm still here,
make sure you're rolling.
I'll be alive,
Be
but yeah.
And what'll happen is then Florida will have to pay Billy Napier $25 million.
I got to pay that too?
Well, if they have the $25 million, why don't they take that $25 million and go buy players? That's what they need to do. So
that checks out.
I mean, that's the game nowadays, and obviously that's what you got to do. And we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Did you see ESPN's?
It's almost. I think that's another reason why, like we were talking about. It's hard to get information, hard to see what you don't get to watch scrimmages anymore. You don't get you don't know, you don't have a feel for the team until like the first game. And then the other thing is that college football has become such it rubs so many people the wrong way. You don't talk about it as much until game day. We love it on game day.
Yeah.
But the rest of the time,
I think also what happens is these things all become more important to you when your team's not winning. I promise you up at Georgia, they're not talking about how bad the NIL and the state of college football. When you find yourself on the wrong side of that coin, then
that's fair. When you're 42-2.
Right.
You're like,
what do you mean? System seems to work to me. Y'all need to get your stuff together. Did you see Heather Dinich release her playoff projection?
No. What did she say?
Well, the only thing that's interesting about it, there are two teams from the ACC, FSU and Miami, according to her make it.
Mm-hmm.
Georgia wins the SEC, Ohio State, FSU, and Utah.
Yeah.
Your Power Four conference.
A lot of people
winners.
like Utah.
That leaves you with 8.
You remember what's weird about that is that would put FSU and Utah in the top 4.
When they have to go there as conference winners, right? And that's okay, too.
Mm-hmm.
There's got to be some give and take. Just
at least it gives
straight power ranking. FSU learned that last year.
Yeah, at least it gives you something to play for, too.
FSU
and it gives you a defined path. Well, like by the way, this is good because if you end up 13th, we can come back and say, well, you just should have won your conference, shouldn't you?
Yeah, and there's also this. And this is an admission. FSU fan has wanted an admission. This is an admission.
Mm-hmm.
This is an admission. Yeah, this is how it should have been all along. And FSU, is the ACC champion. Whatever happens, you should have been in.
Yeah.
And so now they're making sure that happens.
Oh, I see what you're
you
saying.
see what I mean?
Yeah.
You can't win the ACC now and not get in.
Yeah.
And I understand 12 is more than 4, but anyway, interestingly, the first round matchups, like those top 4 get by. So the first round matchups.
Mm-hmm.
Boise State is your non-power 4, and we've seen them a couple of times.
Did you see that the winner of the Boise State quarterback competition was not the hotshot kid from California, Malachi Nelson, but this other? He looks. I don't mean this in a negative way, but it's going to come off that way. He looks like he's a dumpy kid.
Okay,
he kind of like thick and
got an early start on the dad bod.
Yeah, it's just. But he won the quarterback job over Malachi Nelson, which was interesting because Malachi Nelson left. So maybe Malachi Nelson is not really a 5-star. I don't know. It's hard for me to imagine that a 5-star kid from California can't win the Boise job.
According to these projections, just 2 other SEC teams make it. Georgia makes it. Would you like to guess the other 2?
Yeah, Alabama. And let's see if you're giving me.
Oh, no, I'm sorry.
Texas.
I forgot Texas. 3 more make it.
Yeah.
So there'd be 4 from the SEC.
I'll go with it. It won't be Ole Miss. Then she's going to, because Ole Miss is up there, but maybe LSU.
She went Ole Miss.
She went Ole Miss. Okay.
And it would mean Alabama, Ole Miss, who don't play this regular season. Ole Miss finally dodges them. In this projection, they would meet in the first round of the playoffs. 2 at-large from the Big Ten. Oregon, which a lot of people expect. Penn State.
Yeah, I don't know their schedule.
They seem to always be good and not great.
I can see Penn State in the top 12.
Yeah,
sure.
could. Yeah.
They got that kid that they keep pumping this kid up at quarterback who was not good last year. Allard.
Yeah, Allard. Drew
Allard.
Yeah.
We'll see though. Like this should be his year. He should be really good this year.
And then Miami gets in as a 10 seed.
Yeah, they like Miami.
And Notre Dame gets an at-large as an independent. It'd be Miami, Notre Dame. And, again, those are all fascinating matchups, and I'm sure they'd be great, but I'd like to play a couple regular season games myself. First, the one thing that you said yesterday that just lingers with me is this, PFF giving Florida a top 10 offensive line ranking. Like
that was stunning.
If they're top, and we said this and was in agreement with Doring, who was with us, if Florida has a top 10 offensive lineman, that's a game changer then. No, 6-6 is not the expectation.
Mm-hmm. Well, I in line of all this, our Dreamfinders Homes poll question of the day, brought to you by Dreamfinders Homes. They're the official home builder of the PGA Tour, the Gators, and the Jacksonville Jaguars. 15 locations in Jacksonville to choose from. And by the way, take advantage of a 2.99. That's right, I said a 2.99 year one rate. My goodness. And it doesn't jump up after that, too. It progresses. Anyway, with FSU set to start the season Saturday in Dublin, how do you see the season playing out for the Noles? Top 12 college football playoff. Win the ACC over Clemson and Miami, which would put them in.
Same thing, yeah.
But it would make them a top 4. 3 or 4 losses in a bowl or down season in tally. Those are your 4 choices. Top 12 CFP. Win the ACC over Clemson and Miami.
They could be outside the top 12.
Yep. 3 or 4 losses in a bowl or down season in tally.
I think they would. I think they're going to win the ACC. That opinion is stronger here where we live and operate than it is, though, around the Atlantic coast. The ACC's got 5 or 6 teams that are all projected between 8.5 and 9.3 wins, which FSU.
They're one of them?
And they lead with 9.3.
Okay.
That's it. That's a 9-3 season if we're rounding. So I expect more.
You're rounding down.
Well, you need to.
Yeah,
9.3. Yeah.
If it was 0.6, you'd round up.
That's correct.
Okay, just checking. Right now, more than almost 250 votes, and you can vote at Dan Hicken, and you'll be posted on our social media pages as well. Top 12 CFP, 34.5. 3 or 4 losses in a bowl, 39% is the leader.
Well,
17.5.
No haters there, I imagine.
Yeah, it could be. It could be.
I mean, that seems a little.
Sure. 17.5 win ACC over Clemson, Miami, and only 9% projected down season. I guess a down season would be like 7-5 would be a down season.
I can't see that.
8-4 wouldn't be great, but still.
I guess the only way that happens is if the quarterback is atrocious, and by no account does that seem like that's the case.
Right. So you may not think you can afford a Dreamfinders home. Think again. Take advantage of that year one rate, 2.99%. Find the dream home and take advantage of an unbelievable rate. Dreamfinders Homes, the official home builder of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Go to dreamfindershomes.com. They will help you navigate your purchase of your home. So, again, we'll vote. You can vote on that throughout the morning. But, yeah, it's go time for the Seminoles. And I know a few people who are headed over to Dublin for the game. So that'll be fun. I mean,
we're going to talk to Ira tomorrow.
Are we? We got
Ira's in Dublin. Yeah,
wonderful. Perfect.
It's like 2:00. So we're going to have him at 9 tomorrow. It's 2:00 in Ireland in the afternoon.
2:00 in the afternoon.
Right.
Yeah, so it's perfect.
Just getting ready for that.
I saw Ira on the cliffs of
Dover.
Whatever they are.
Where Rory was when he missed that putt.
What are those cliffs?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Maher,
you know what I'm talking about,
or
though.
whatever.
Well, there's a bunch of them. But
there
are cliffs of Dover, but I thought that was in England, to be honest. But
I think you're probably right.
Yeah, well, let's
see.
There's cliffs. Let's get ready for Get Smart John. Let's see where cliffs of Dover are. Let's see.
Cliffs of Dover.
Cliffs of Dover are also a sign. That's England. Faces France. So,
it's in England?
That's in England. So
Yeah.
I got that right. We're 1-0. It's a icon of Britain.
Well, one last practice for the Jaguars preseason style.
Yeah.
Then they'll go, here's what will happen. This is generally what occurs, just so folks know. So they'll go Thursday, they'll travel to Atlanta. Friday, they'll play the Falcons. Dougie P will give them the weekend off, Saturday, Sunday, probably Monday as well. They'll regather like Tuesday, light stuff next week. And they'll start, again, you dive into the Dolphins and, you got some advantages here. You got Ryan Nielsen, so that gives some confusion to that. And then what the Dolphins do, and away we go. I saw that. I thought Flores handled that really well yesterday, his press conference, and he said all the right things. So I tipped my cap to him on that one. He said, hey, yeah, I got to learn some stuff, and maybe I was a jerk because he didn't say that, but he intimated it.
That style, obviously, that wasn't well played.
And I thought what was cool is that he learned from it, and he had a couple players who flanked him in support of him. Yeah. Because they knew it was going to be, he had a scheduled press conference, and it was all about Tua, because Tua was harsh, man. And that's fine, but
if you handle it like he did, you change the narrative to at least 50-50, because now you can kind of, Tua, whatever. You're an NFL quarterback.
Yeah, toughen up.
Right.
Toughen up there. Yeah.
But it didn't, Tua wasn't in that play. Tua, listen, man, we should give extra credit to Tua for where he is and where he's come from.
Yeah.
That was a hate fest against him too.
Yeah.
And there still exists.
Yeah.
But they really they try to keep him down.
Fair.
And continue in some ways.
All right, I'm ready for trivia. My biorhythms are firing.
All right.
I feel good.
Okay. I'm happy now I didn't have to waste another hour of your brain energy on that second class on Monday. So that lingers with.
I think that would exhaust me, quite honestly, because I put so much.
You need some more peptides or something.
You know what it is, Jeff, is I put so much into the class.
I know you do. You grind.
And I give it my all. And when I tell the kids, okay, class is dismissed, I am exhausted.
Oh.
Like mentally fried. Maybe and then to have to re-fire that up might be too difficult for me.
Is there a teacher's lounge?
I go get a
have
heater.
You ever been in the teacher's lounge? Is there such a thing?
Not that I know of. I'm in a different building this year.
Oh,
so.
How's that going for you? That's not good because you're very directionally challenged.
Well, the good thing was I knew which building it was. Oh. So it wasn't. I've been in that building before, but I was in a different building the last couple years.
All right. Well, the teacher becomes the student. It's Get Smart John next on a Beach Roast Plumbing Wednesday on The Drill.
This is your Duval Minute. Brought to you by Lift Power, your turnkey solution for all warehouse needs.
Little peek ahead to week one's opponent. That would be the Miami Dolphins. And I see that Tyreek Hill wearing a protective brace on his right hand during practice. I also know Jalen Waddle has missed time with injuries. They say it's minor, but you know how it is. They don't have to tell you everything. Remember, the Dolphins have Odell Beckham Jr. as well, but he hasn't been practicing. You got Bradley Chubb and Jalen Phillips coming off injuries. Just saying. Keep an eye on that as we get closer and closer to week one and a showdown in South Beach against the Miami Dolphins. And that's your Duval Minutes, brought to you by Lift Power. Summer here's job market is hot. Lift Power, they're looking for experienced lift, truck, and dock and door technicians in the Jacksonville area. They got benefits, man. They got a 401k. You got a company vehicle. You got paid training. You get a sign-on bonus. Why would you pass up this offer? Come see why Lift Power has been voted one of the best places to work for the past several years. Our rapidly growing business has proudly served the Jacksonville area for more than 50 years, and we want you to be part of our family. Don't let a great opportunity slip by. Learn more by visiting liftpower.com. That's liftpower.com.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here.
I'm Frank Frangie with the Nimnik Nugget. The Noles play Georgia Tech this week, and I think Florida State is loaded again. Mike Norvell said it's his most athletic team yet at FSU, and that is scary. But so much pressure is on the quarterback, DJ Uiagalelei. I've had his game before. I've watched him a bunch at Clemson and Oregon State. I think he's just okay. I love the Noles team. Gosh, I think they're good. But I don't know how good the quarterback is. It's going to be interesting to see in Ireland. I'm Frank Frangie for the Nimnik family of dealerships. Frank Frangie here, ready to experience used for you? You can with Car Bravo at Nimnik Buick GMC, Jacksonville's only Car Bravo certified dealer. Buying a certified used vehicle has never felt better. With Car Bravo, Nimnik Buick GMC can certify all makes and models. Honda, Toyota, Kia, Mazda, Ford. With promotional rates as low as 2.9% APR, now is the time to shop certified used vehicles at Nimnik Buick GMC. Who gives you top dollar for your trade? Nobody but Nimnik. Shop online at Nimnik Buick GMC. GMC, we are professional grade.
If you've been following me on MyBookie, you will know that I'm hitting for straight cash, homie. It's your boy E.T. And are you ready for the ultimate college football season? Using MyBookie's sportsbook and casino platform, you can bet on every game and win anytime, anywhere, straight from your mobile device. No app necessary. Just click on the link, sign up, and you're ready to rock. Did you know that the average college football game runs about 180 plays? Every catch, sack, and touchdown is another way to hit that straight cash, homie, using MyBookie. And when you bet with MyBookie, you're not just watching the games, you're investing in every moment of the action. And I'm speaking from experience. A few bucks on the line can turn any regular game into one of the most exciting games of the season. So make sure you head over to MyBookie. And don't forget to use promo code 1010XL when signing up to claim that $1,000 bonus on the first deposit. Bet anything, anytime, anywhere with MyBookie. Come on, somebody.
Tropical Smoothie Cafe here with your daily reminder to get on Tropic Time. Take 10. Sip a refreshing smoothie and manifest that you're Cabana side. Slade hot yoga, treat yourself. Crushed back-to-back meetings, get that me time. Adulted a little extra today, you deserve a vacay. You're on Tropic Time now at Tropical Smoothie Cafe. And right now, enjoy our new Bahama Mama Bowl, inspired by our fan fave smoothie flavor. Or try our new peanut butter protein crunch bowl with 32 grams of protein.
Bold City AC, keeping you cool.
Feeling the heat, Jacksonville? Cool down with Bold City Heating and Air. From repairs to energy-efficient installs, we do it all. Family-owned and trusted since 2016. We offer clear pricing, NATE-certified techs, and unbeatable service. Call Bold City Heating and Air today and experience the bold difference.
Bold City AC, keeping you cool. Bold City AC.
Visit boldcityac.com.
Attention men and women. If you would like to get your hair back, then you need to listen to some of our clients. John in Orange Park.
IHRS showed me what was causing my hair loss and helped stop it.
Call IHRS now at 904-777-IHRS. Find out how to grow your hair back with a free hair and scalp examination. Mike from Bay Meadows.
I finally found the most experienced company who could restore my hair. Now I have hair where I had none before.
Results guaranteed. Diane from Ponte Vedra.
Now I have what lotions couldn't give me. Thick, beautiful hair.
Find out why you're losing your hair and how to grow your hair back. Call 904-777-IHRS for a limited time free hair and scalp examination.
Now my hair will grow for the rest of my life. Thanks, IHRS.
Thank you, IHRS.
Thanks, IHRS, for giving me my hair back.
Hurry, this free examination, normally $199, is yours for free and good only through Sunday. For your free examination, call IHRS at 904-777-IHRS. That's 904-777-4477. Call now.
Keeping up with Seminole Nation.
Join the Noles and their road to repeat as ACC champs.
Stay close to the Seminoles with the Florida State Seminole Report. Brought to you by your local Ag Pro, your home team on 1010XL.
Jags fans, a new Everbank Performance account could be your ticket to London this October. Through the Everbank London Getaway, one lucky winner and a guest will receive round-trip airfare, hotel accommodations, and a pair of tickets to see the Jags play in London. To learn more and for official rules, visit everbank.com/London. No person necessary to enter or win. Open to legal residents of 50 United States and D.C. 18 or older. Entry period for the Everbank London Getaway Suites is from 8/5/24 to 9/5/24. To enter and for official rules, alternate method of entry, prize description, odds of winning, and other details, visit everbank.com/London. Sponsor and administrator, Everbank N.A.
Hey guys, this is David Garrard, and I want to tell you about Clearwater Irrigation. They put my new sprinkler system in at my new home at Jack's Beach, and I couldn't be happier. Oh, hey John.
What's up, Dave? You know what this means. You're going to have to sing.
Man, I can't sing.
Then you'll fit right in, buddy. Clearwater Irrigation. We can't sing a lick, but we sure are good at sprinklers. Hit it, Dave.
And drainage too.
ClearwaterJacks.com. 1010XL is presented by Farrah & Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Now, another great guest on the Garber Auto Mall phone line.
Hello.
We can wiggle it. Now, Get Smart John.
Missed it by that much.
On 1010XL.
All right. The man, the myth, the olfactory legend. Let's Get Smart John.
I got a quick Get Smart John story.
Okay.
Nice guy comes up to me at an event. Hey, Dan, how you doing? I got to tell you, I work out at Bailey's. And what you say about Get Smart John is true.
Okay.
You can smell him from a mile away.
Yeah, do you think we lie? We don't lie. Yeah.
I'm not going to tell you who it is, Johnny. He was a very nice man. He and his wife work out there. And, so.
Even our silliness is true and accurate.
Yeah, they know. They know Get Smart John, the legend of. Yeah.
Fantastic. Savage.
TriviaNation.com's own. We love having him.
Thank you. Good morning, Guggen.
Morning.
I will say this. Now, when I do work out, and I do work out pretty hard, I sweat a lot, but you never smell me other than
the good smells.
The nice,
sure.
The nice fragrances.
Yeah.
By the way, Dean Scarangelo, you know who that is, right?
Who? Say
the
again?
Cologne Kid.
What did he say?
You're breaking
up there for a sec.
Say it again.
Dean Scarangelo.
Dean Scarangelo?
He's the Cologne Kid.
Oh.
He's the Cologne Kid.
I don't know who that is.
No, I don't either.
I'm not in the cologne culture.
Yesterday.
We were?
No.
Okay.
In the world, he was in the Little League World Series.
Oh, yeah.
That was in headlines, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yes, that's his name. But my point is, I'm an amateur compared to him. Apparently, he has 30 different fragrances.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
So
12-year-old.
I know, right?
Yes.
So, also shout out to longtime friend Wes Markham. By the way, season ticket holder for Florida Gators since 1979.
It's a long time.
Wow, that's impressive.
Almost 50 years.
Yes. Okay. So I put a lot of thought into the audio clue today.
Yes,
so
you do.
There's going to be a total of 3 questions out of it.
Oh, jeepers. Well,
Okay.
good. We look forward to that. Should we just do it right off the bat here, or you want to wait, or what are we doing?
No.
Okay.
You know what?
Whatever you want, John.
Why
You're
not?
the
Let's
okay.
Let's do it.
You know what?
You're the host.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
It's very rare we do that. Let's do this.
Okay. Here
Are
we
you
go.
okay, Gibby? Are we good?
Gibby, are you good?
Yeah, we're good. Let's go.
Yeah, let it marinate a minute.
All right,
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Okay, I got it.
No, okay, don't let it reach the crescendo.
Okay, I know what it is.
Hey, don't tell. I want to guess.
Okay.
Just wait.
I love it. I used to use it for feature stories.
I can I give my guess?
Hold on.
Not yet.
That's not doing it for me.
Love
I'm not
it.
feeling. You're feeling a surge
I
of
love
emotion
it.
right now.
I
Yeah,
love
I wish
it.
I had
Isn't that great?
Getting chills here, John.
Can I do
See,
it or
I
no?
told you. Me too. It's great.
I can
right.
tell you everything about it, too.
Is it the natural?
Okay,
Yes.
I bet you can.
Okay, I got the natural.
So,
I got it.
obviously-
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Your context clue
All
helped
right.
me there, though.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Okay, Jeff, do you know what movie it is?
The
Yeah,
natural.
he got it.
I got the. I got
The natural, yep.
Okay, right. Okay. We'll kind of piggyback. Okay. Robert Redford's character's name?
Roy Hobbs, wasn't it, Hick?
Very good.
Correct. Okay. The name of the team that he played for?
That was the New York Knights.
Ooh, nice. And the character who was supposedly Babe Ruth, what was his nickname?
Whammer.
Ooh.
There we go.
Yeah. Very, very good.
Thankfully, I have seen The Natural, but only once.
Where was the movie filmed? Where was the stadium?
Oh, was it Baltimore? The old Baltimore Memorial?
That's a good guess. It is a memorial stadium in Buffalo, New York. It was the old where the Buffalo Bills in the AFL days played in the 60s.
Cool.
Ah, okay. That was very good. Okay.
That's a great. I love that.
Who is the female love interest in The Natural? The actress.
Kim
Glenn
Basinger.
Oh well, Glenn
No,
Close.
Oh yeah. Well, Kim Basinger and then Glenn
Okay.
Close.
And John.
Yes.
I believe Barbara Hershey as well was the one who shot him.
Kim Basinger had to be like early 20s, no? When that came out, was she a teenager even?
Nah.
No, but she was pretty young.
Strong.
That was okay. Well, can you tell me the actor who played the Whammer?
Is she the one whose like nephew or brother played at Bowls, was a receiver? Was that who that? Remember that?
Oh yeah, I don't remember.
That was her.
I
think it was. I think there was like a receiver like way back in the 90s or something. What's the question?
Who played the Whammer?
Yeah.
I can see that fat guy. It's like a Roy Lee something.
I'll give you a hint.
Jimmy Earl or something like that.
He played in the original Walking Tall.
Yeah.
movie.
Buford T.
He was Buford T. Pusser?
Yes.
Yeah.
He was.
It's like Roy Lee Dunn or Jimmy Lee Earl.
Yeah, 3 names.
Yeah.
Yep.
Earl, wait,
You know what?
it's,
You won them all.
You know what? I don't, oh, gosh.
It's not Van
I
Earl
grew up
Wright.
in Tennessee, dude. But Walking Tall was like the state movie.
Give me his initials.
Yeah, do that.
JDB.
Joe Don.
You'll get it. Yep. Keep going.
Joe
Yep.
Don.
You got it.
B.
Yep. Pretty common last name.
Bailey? Joe
No.
More common.
I don't know. What is it?
Baker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it.
That was not an
that
official
was-
question, by the way. That was
Yeah,
bonus.
no.
We'd
That's
already
correct.
answered.
No, and those were all bonuses anyway.
Oh, nice.
So, yeah.
Perfect.
Very good.
We
very
murdered
good.
that question.
You did. You
Here
did.
comes Buford T. Pusser to arrest us.
Yeah, the whammer.
Buford T. Pusser was not the exact same character that, say, The Rock was in his version. They were a little different.
A little different.
Oh, no, for sure. Okay.
I saw an old movie yesterday. I got stuck on it. Man, it was so good you forget. But the old, it's an old movie with Kurt Russell. I don't know the actors, but the car breaks down in the desert. You seen that?
Oh, yeah. And
That's
he goes
a classic.
And, he
That's
goes
a good
and gets
one.
that guy.
You know what I like? You know what I liked about
It's
that
called
movie?
Breakdown.
Breakdown. It was really good, and I liked it because I liked an action hero who was just seemed like a normal guy, like he was actually struggling to do right.
Yeah.
Like they put these house husbands in these movies, and suddenly they're Jackie Chan.
Yeah.
And this guy just like stumbling his way through, but that was good. I'd seen it before, but it's been so long I didn't really remember the plot twists.
Very good. Yeah, that was a good movie.
Mrs.
What
P
we
likes Kurt
normally
Russell.
start. I like Kurt Russell. Yeah. Alcohol.
Alcohol.
Name one of the 2 fruit juices that make a traditional sex on the beach cocktail, and a bonus point if you can name both.
All right.
This was our first question of the evening last night.
Sex. I mean, I've had 100 of them.
You only need one.
They're
but
kind of like a
you get
pinkish.
bonus.
I got to think that there's some. I'm trying to think of the taste of
You
mine.
want the fruit juice.
It's got to be like a grapefruit.
Correct.
I'm pretty sure it's like a grapefruit juice. I think one of them is like a. I don't do those little fruity shots, man. That's been a long time
Isn't
since
it?
I've had one.
It's
a pinkish color.
It's not cranberry. Is it?
Was that not the 80s? Totally the 80s.
Yeah, it could be. It could. I mean,
I'm
yeah.
just guessing,
No,
but
I would have thought
I've
it was
seen
like
the drink.
I would have thought it was like a liqueur. It's definitely, and it's because
he said what fruit juices.
I know it's too. I know.
Correct.
I know.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it's got that. I don't like.
You guess. You know better. You have a better.
Give me. I think it's. Is there much of each fruit juice? I need the breakdown. I'm gonna go grapefruit juice.
Okay.
Wrong.
Orange.
Okay.
And cranberry.
It is cranberry.
Brantley Basinger was the receiver.
Yeah, he played
That's
balls,
what one of
right?
the guys telling me
Yeah.
on Twitter.
And apparently her name was Kelly, the one that you're talking about.
Who?
They said that one of the Googans said, yes, her name was Kelly Basinger, played with...
Well, that's a different one. We're talking about a kid. There was a boy also of that same
I got
last
a
name.
Brantley Basinger.
Yeah, there was a football player at Bowles. I remember. I think he actually was like a...
I've got 2 different people saying Kelly, but...
Okay.
Oh, it doesn't matter. Oh, his name could be Kelly.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Not a girl.
Oh,
Yeah, that
Kelly.
sounds right. Yeah, that sounds right, actually.
All right.
Yeah.
I thought you were saying it was a girl. I'm
Well,
misunderstood.
it could be both, but I guess it's a guy.
That's right. Now that does make sense now that I'm applying a guy to the name. Well, I blew the alcohol question. Maybe that's growth, personal growth.
Yeah, but you started out strong anyway, so we can't say that.
It seems like it had that kind of.
I just thought it was a
But
Reddit.
no, you're right. The orange juice was the easy one. What am I doing? All right.
TV. On what reality show was a losing contestant here? The tribe has spoken.
Survivor.
Yes. The Zodiac.
Oh boy.
We actually end up getting these some way.
Yeah, you
somehow
you
we get there. Yeah.
Even if you just kind of fall into it. If your birthday is August 30th, what is your zodiac sign?
All right,
that's right now. I mean, I don't. Who's got a set? Mrs. P is September 19th.
Well,
and she's a
Danielle is 9-2 and Reagan is 9-9.
Do you know what they are?
I think
Libras.
No.
Virgo?
I think it's Virgo.
Virgo. I think Stacy's Virgo. I think
it's Virgo.
I don't look at that stuff, but I think, yeah, well, let's go Virgo.
Virgo.
Yeah.
Libra is September, I believe.
It must come after September 19th. I'm pretty sure. Unless maybe I missed hers.
Yeah, we might have
I don't
missed
know. I don't know.
Okay. Florida. Since 1968, what novelist's home in Key West has been a National Historic Landmark?
Ernie.
Yeah, Hemingway.
Yes.
That was easy.
Science.
Oh, wait. She's 20. What? I'm not even getting her.
August 23rd to September 22nd is Virgo.
Yeah, she's 26, so she's Libra. Got that right. Nailed it.
You got a birthday wrong.
I did. I said 19. All our birthdays are 19.
Oh, man.
Yeah, it's terrible. Yeah. She may not be at work.
Oh.
That's awful. I will get it right in a month. Don't worry, Googans. It's early onset, man. Y'all go ahead and laugh. I hope you're like laughing at the disabled.
Oh, no. Trust me. Listen, I'm to the point, I can remember things that happened 50 years ago, but I'll walk into a room and I'll be like, why the hell did I come in here? Oh, it's real. Who won the 1921 Nobel Prize in Physics, mainly for his work on the photoelectric effect?
Edison.
Mm-hmm. Nobel Prize in Physics, mainly for his work.
Isn't the word on Edison he's like a bad dude and he stole everyone's ideas? Is that true?
I don't know.
I think I heard that one. I could be wrong. Is it not?
What's it on? What was it? What did he do his work in?
Physics.
It would be Tesla.
What? No.
Isn't Newton physics?
That's way
back.
way before
no,
that.
it's New Jersey. Einstein. Isn't it?
Einstein?
Wouldn't it be Einstein? New Jersey,
Could be,
21.
but that's 21. I mean,
Physics? No?
But that was the 40, right? Wasn't Einstein more like World War II era? It's 20-something years before that, but I could be wrong. I don't know. I like that. That makes sense. In New Jersey, you said?
Well, he didn't say, but that's what I remember.
Yeah, okay. Einstein.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes! Einstein a go-go.
Nice pull, Einstein.
Way to go, Einstein. What do you think you are, Einstein?
When? Yeah.
What were you going to say?
I was going to say, when was he in his prime? I'd say when he won the Nobel Prize. So Einstein was a little earlier than I thought. I thought he was more like 40s.
Yeah, well, he was, but he was just older then, too.
Gotcha. I guess I'm saying I would not have realized he was old enough to win the Nobel Prize in 21.
Yeah.
So.
Right.
That's why we do this.
Because
We learn something every day.
Born in 1879.
Wow.
I was going to say, didn't he die in the 50s?
Yeah.
Yeah, 1955.
Okay, there you go. Okay. Star Wars.
Star Wars! Nothing but Star Wars! Sorry. I'm not good at Star Wars.
Name the actress who portrayed Padme Amidala in Star Wars episodes 1 through 3.
Gibby?
Yeah, I'm not a Star Wars guy either.
Padme Amidala?
I've seen them, but
it's not Carrie Fisher.
No, that's the only one I
Who
would
else
know.
was in the early Star Wars?
I don't know, bro.
What?
I don't know actresses and
It's not
actors.
Harrison Ford.
It's a girl.
I know. These are the ones I know.
I can see her, but
You can see her?
I can picture her, yeah.
What does she look like?
Wait, 1 through 3, that's the
first
when they
three.
went back. No.
Oh.
That's, you're
I
out of...
didn't say that.
What?
I just said what the numbers were. Think about...
Yeah,
think
1, 2, and 3 are the
about
first
whole
3.
history.
That's not the ones you watched in the 70s. That's like 4, 5, and 6 or something, isn't it? 5, 6, and 7?
I'm not good.
The first 3 are like although that's such a broad span of, I don't know. I'm not a Star Wars guy. I got no idea. We take the L.
Oh, take the L. Give us the L.
You don't want to take a guess?
It's I don't know. No, I don't. Give me an actress.
It's a more modern.
I know. It's like again,
Halle Berry,
like Anne Hathaway, or someone like that.
Is Halle Berry in Star Wars?
It's who's the what? Natalie Portman.
Yes.
Ah, there
wow.
You go.
Look at you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Academy Award winner, didn't
yeah.
you? Yeah.
Fist bump.
Okay.
We got fist bump over there.
A late pull on
nice.
that.
Very nice.
Yeah. I'll sweat. Yeah. Pull out the proverbial, you know what?
Mm-hmm.
President.
Oh, boy. Rocket.
Yes. Now, yeah. I had a lot of blowback on this one, and it really shouldn't be, but.
All right.
Who was the first vice president to become president of the United States?
All right. So that means not necessarily he got promoted or something happened.
It's probably Adams.
One of the Adams boys?
I mean, or Jefferson was probably was Jefferson Washington's
I don't think
VP?
so.
I mean, I don't know. I'm just going back in the day. It's Washington, Jefferson, Adams, right? Isn't that the first three?
Yeah.
Monroe, Adams?
No, it's Adam. It's Washington, Adams, Jefferson was like 4.
Was he? Monroe, Madison. Let's go with an Adams.
All right, we'll go with Adams.
Which one?
That's it. No, this is Jeopardy. Who is Adams?
More specific, please.
I mean, come on.
John Quincy.
Yeah.
John.
No,
John Adams.
John Adams.
John Adams, yes.
Okay.
But, and I don't know if you guys know this, but the way that the elections worked back then, it was different, where George Washington became president because he had the most votes, and John Adams became vice president because he had the second most votes.
Oh,
well, that'd be great.
Did you know that?
I'd love to see Trump and Kamala working together.
Back
in
then,
some sort of order.
I wonder back then, did you have to nominate your candidate, or did you just put them in?
Now that I'm not quite sure.
Back in the day, I'm not sure
how that worked. Yeah,
it's like the old
Jefferson
English way.
was third president, and Madison was fourth.
Okay.
Oh yeah, you were okay. Good job. Yeah, there were people that were trying to say, "Well, if this one's no." It's very, very to the point. So,
this
good
segment
job.
for me will always be about Natalie Portman.
Yeah, that was a great point.
Sports.
Hall
of Famer Willie Stargell called what baseball pitch a butterfly with hiccups?
Knuckleball.
Yes.
Pops
Stargell.
Pops.
That's a
We Are Family, remember?
fun one to see in his prime.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Gone too young.
Two big old dudes on that team, Stargell and Parker.
Mm-hmm.
Big men.
Recent events.
On
July 24th, which Israeli prime minister addressed a joint session of the U.S. Congress?
Netanyahu.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Netanyahu. Benjamin.
Yes. TV. Seasons 1 and 2 of the series Narcos are set and filmed in what country?
Greece?
I think it's Mexico.
No, it's Mexico.
Yeah, okay. There you go.
Okay, what's your...
Mexico.
Colombia.
Oh, geez.
Yeah, I almost did that.
I don't even know.
I
what
thought
Narcos
that they
is.
were, I think there's some Mexico even in the Colombian version. They send them from there, but but I could be wrong on that. I watched Narcos, but
We got time for just a couple more there, Johnny boy.
Okay. Geography.
Don't know much.
Vaduz,
Blue question.
But it's spelled Vaduz. But it's pronounced Vaduz. Is the capital of what European country? And a hint, it's very small.
Yeah. So Liechtenstein.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Look at you.
Blue question.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Vaduz, Liechtenstein.
You know how many times we've gone to Liechtenstein as our gimmick answer, so it's well healed. It was ready. It was ready to finally take. It's taken Liechtenstein. It's taken Liechtenstein 20 years to actually be the answer.
Shout out to the mayor of Vaduz.
Vaduz has arrived. All right, last question.
Okay.
This is it.
All right, sports. I'm only going to give you a portion of this question because I think you can get it with not the whole thing. Okay. Drafted out of UNLV in 1985, what former NFL quarterback spent his first 11 seasons with the Philadelphia Eagles?
Could have stopped it. Drafted out of UNLV.
I figured.
Yeah,
I
Randall
figured.
Cunningham. Yeah.
Yes. Very good.
Thank you, Johnny. You the man.
John, have a terrific, good-smelling week, and we will talk to you next Wednesday, my friend.
You're the greatest, Johnny. Appreciate you, man.
All right, there he goes. Let's get smart, John. Enjoy him each and every week here on the hotline. We're back with the 10-minute drill next to Petros Plumbing Wednesday.
I am the smartest man alive!
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here.
Imagine driving a late model Corvette, BMW, Mercedes, Lexus, Honda, Chevy, Ford, and more, all at a fraction of the original sticker price. Visit Vaughn Motor Group's indoor showroom and browse a great selection of dream cars that are inspected with warranties. Before you make your next auto purchase, check out Vaughn Motor Group on San Jose Boulevard or at vaughnmotorgroup.com for a complete inventory listing. If you can dream it, you can drive it at Vaughn Motor Group.
Hey, certainly facing interesting economic times. For me, it's comforting to know my money's in good hands with my guys at ITP Partners. Those are Jacksonville guys. They're taking care of my Jacksonville money. Gang, if you're not an expert in investing, and I'm certainly not, I Couldn't tell you much of a difference between a 401k and a SEP IRA. But I do know this, as I move closer to retirement, my money grows, and that's because I got guys that I trust who know what they're doing. And that's Jeff Hartman, that's Reed Wingate, that's Dan Abel, that's Reagan Wright, that's Chris Bryan. Those are the ITP partners. And 3 generations of Hickens have invested at ITP Partners, and we've all been grateful for it. They listen, they give us individualized strategies. Our goals are their priority. Get in the game, guys. ITP Partners always there to help. If you want to get started, it's a great time to get started. Chris at ITPpartners.com. Chris at ITPpartners.com or call 312-9751. 312-9751. ITP Partners are my financial partners for life.
Expert Automotive is ready to keep you cool this summer. Right now, get an AC inspection or a system cooling checkup. Your choice for only $19.99. Their gift to you this summer is $50 off any service and a free tire rotation with any service. Their ASE certified technicians can keep your car cool without breaking the bank this summer. Call them at 374-3373 to get an appointment today. Expert Automotive. They never sell greed, only what you need.
Have you or someone you care about been arrested or had their driver's license taken away? I'm Susan Cohen, and I work with David Robbins at the law firm of Epstein & Robbins. We are experienced fighters for those charged with DUI and all criminal offenses. I've been named the best DUI attorney in the state, and David has been named the best criminal defense lawyer in Jacksonville. In your battle with the justice system, there is only one thing you need to know. Dial David 24/7 at Epstein & Robbins, 354-5645.
If you're an experienced, skilled plumber or welder that's MedGas certified and you're tired of working for a company that just doesn't treat you right, Local 234 is the place for you. Their pay is the best in the business. You'll walk away with $35.09 an hour in your pocket. With benefits, that's just over $50 an hour. Local 234 has been around since 1901, and that means something. Visit UA234.com to send your resume. Local 234. Make the right connection.
Baloo here for Smunez Vision. Why Smunez Vision? Well, I've been with Dr. Neil Smunez now since I got back to Jacksonville in 2006. 37 years of experience he has. Smunez Vision is a family organization that focuses on personal high-quality medical and surgical eye care. Dr. Catherine Smunez is fellowship-trained in cornea and cataract surgery and all refractive surgery. Combined, that's 30 years plus in laser eye surgery. Visit SmunezVision.com today. Care you can see.
Every Monday, David Garrard calls the signals and looks for you on Jaguars Today from 10 to noon.
Look past left prong. Oh, we're ready.
Brought to you by WaterboyJacks.com.
Duval.
On 1010XL.
Aren't you just happy when you can handle all your needs in one location? Well, introducing Allstate agent Mandy Bowers in Mandarin. Whether it's home, life, business, or auto, Mandy covers it all. In fact, bundling policy is a great way to add extra savings. Mandy and her crew can do that. Allstate is offering lower auto insurance rates this year. Mandy can do that. You need to give Mandy Bowers a call in her Mandarin office, because when it comes to getting it all done under one roof, Mandy can do that.
When all you have is a hammer, everything is a nail. I'm Dr. George Bari, and like me, I know you have been bombarded with PRP and stem cell treatments from companies that promise the world and charge prices to match. Or the surgeon that convinced you the only way to treat your injuries through surgery. At Bari Orthopedics, we offer the best PRP treatment on the market with prices that won't cost you an arm and a leg. We also have the expertise to treat your injury surgically, if that is what it entails. We can discuss all surgical and non-surgical options with you and make sure you get the best treatment available. Come see me, Dr. George Bari at Bari Orthopedics.
Welcome to ABS, Advanced Business Solutions, your local print management partner and home to Xerox and HP copiers. From IT management to VoIP phone systems, Advanced Business Solutions is the right name to know.
Smooth sailing and a smooth taste of Vida de Luis, an all-natural tequila made with volcanic spring water and aerated to provide a smoother finish. Go to VidaDeLuis.com and set a course for smooth living today.
This is Dr. Steve Crenshaw, assistant team physician for your Jacksonville Jaguars. Here's the latest update on the Jaguars, brought to you by Baptist Health and JOI.
Defensive coordinator Ryan Nielsen was non-committal when asked if the team was already preparing for the opener against Miami.
Well, maybe we have, maybe we haven't. But yeah, look, we'll take care of them when that time has come. We're our focus on Atlanta.
Former Jag running back Fred Taylor says playoffs should be the expectation for the team.
And my expectations are always that we're going to be a playoff team. That's where we are now. As the season starts to unfold, reality kicks in and you kind of know what you got.
Jaguar defensive back Darnell Savage knows his role in the defense for Ryan Nielsen.
I just want to be around the ball, man. I feel like I can really make the game difficult for offenses. I can't wear a lot of different hats.
At your Jacksonville Orthopedic Institute Jaguar Update, I'm Sam Nelson.
XL is presented by Farrah & Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Now, the 10-minute drill.
This is a big one.
Brought to you by Advanced Business Solutions, your local authorized Xerox dealer on 1010XL.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
All
right!
We have a birthday shout-out, I think, today.
Please.
You should know this better than me. Is it not the Ox Gators' birthday today?
It is. It is. Ox Gator's out of town, though.
50.
Yeah.
Ox Gators.
You know what he's doing?
He's been known to throw it on the app.
You know what he's doing?
He's in Greece.
No, he's at, is it Mount Kilimanjaro? Is that in Seattle?
Is he, hiking it?
No, is that in Seattle?
I don't know.
Mount Rainier.
Yeah.
Mount Rainier.
That's in Seattle.
All right. He's running around that mountain in some sort of survival
enduro
thing.
things.
Yeah.
He turns 50, so
Yeah,
God
for
bless
him.
him.
Yeah,
I was probably, having sex on the beach, and not the good kind.
Yeah. But
The
anyway,
kind with orange juice.
Happy birthday,
And cranberry.
HBD to the Gator.
Yeah.
He's been a staple of the program. He's a Hall of Fame caller. Sports concepts and rationalizations. We call it the 10-minute drill. End of the drill. Gibby, what are we handing out today?
The old crooner. Pair of tickets to see Frankie Valli in the Four Seasons.
We hope.
Yeah. Well, he's 90. But it's
Poor Frankie. We are definitely killing Frankie Valli. That's it.
We love Frankie
He's a legend,
Valli.
man.
I love Frankie
He's a
Valli.
legend. Florida Theater, Saturday, February 1st. Tickets on sale now, floridatheater.com. A pair of tickets to see Frankie Valli in the Four Seasons here at the end of the 10-minute drill.
Gibby, I'm going to have to ask you a question.
Yes.
I'm going to ask you to cue up one of the great hit songs of my youth, My Eyes Adored You by Frankie Valli, as we go to break, if you don't mind.
Later.
please.
Oh, of
Not
course.
right now.
Yeah.
We're not
As
going
we
to
go to break, we will.
I got bad news yesterday.
You did?
Yeah,
What is that?
I am. I'm geeked for the start of the college football season. That's
Sure.
Saturday.
Yeah.
FSU and
Me
Georgia
too.
Tech. I'll be watching. You
Can't
probably
wait.
go
Yeah.
over and watch it with Holmes. And
No, this is going to be great. This is my Saturday. I got the Big League Fantasy Draft. That'll start at 10, and that'll
Right.
go to about
Right to the game.
the game will be on when we start.
Yeah.
And then, I'll go hook up with Holmes and my brother and
Your brother
see
Brad.
what happens. Brian. Yeah,
And
thanks.
watch the game.
Sure.
What's
the bad news?
Well, the following week it's Florida Miami.
Yeah.
SEC is no longer on CBS. It's on ABC now. It's a
Okay.
new thing, which is fine.
Oh, I know your bad news. I know where
Yeah.
you're going with this.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't
I-
like this guy at all.
No, I don't like
Yeah.
him. I
He's
don't
an
like
accomplished
him.
broadcaster.
He bugs me.
Yeah, he's a little over-emoting, right?
Joe
Here he
Tess?
comes. Yeah, here
Oh,
he
he's the
comes.
worst.
He doesn't like him.
He is the worst.
The 35-yard
Yes.
line.
It is great to be here for the showdown in the swamp. I have Jesse Palmer with us. And Jesse, it's your old alma mater against the University of Miami. Oh, God. Just drives me crazy.
I don't hate him, so that'll be easy for me.
WWE hired him, but he's still doing
I'm a Beth.
ESPN.
I'm a Beth Mullins. That's the one that I can't listen to. And again, just because of the voice, just the. Yeah, I saw that. It'll be Jesse Palmer, and that's a noon kickoff, right?
No, 3:30.
Oh yeah, this noon is
Georgia Clemson.
Georgia Clemson. That's right. And then at 7:30, Texas A&M Notre Dame. Yeah, honey, I'm out on August 31st. I don't know what we had planned, but I'll be here.
Yeah,
I'll be right here.
That's fair.
Yeah, I only wish that September 1st, the very next day, the NFL season opened. That'd be terrific.
I don't like to peek ahead, but
yes, you do.
I've got the little mock draft here for next year. And
football?
Yeah, they all love the Giants picking one.
I can see that.
And getting a quarterback.
Who do you think is going to be worse, the Giants, the Patriots, or the Panthers?
I don't think I would take the Giants third in that one.
Okay, well, there you go.
I think the Patriots and Panthers will
Or worse.
be vying for the worst spot. Who do you think?
Odds are one of those three will end up winning 7 or 8 games. Just how the NFL is. I guess I trust the Patriots more. Again, I'm a DNA guy, and I know that DNA has been faulty the last couple of years, and it may take a year. I like Mayo, though. I think he's going to be a good.
The question I will ask you is this. Will teams shy away from Shedeur Sanders?
Maybe.
Because what do NFL teams hate more than anything?
A meddler.
Distractions, right? The word is distraction.
Yeah, I don't know. I know Dion here, and it looks like it comes pretty honest for Shedeur as well, this cockiness that Dion had at that age.
I don't mind that.
Me too, but I'm saying when if it's he's not as there was no Papa Sanders that paved the way for Dion. Dion earned his, man.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like Shedeur Sanders is inflated because of Dion, and I could be wrong. Maybe it's unfair. I don't watch enough Colorado, but I watched games last year where he's slinging it to 4 or 5 picks.
Yeah, I don't know.
Where is he? Is he the number 1 pick?
No.
Is he in the first
Carson
round?
Beck is. Oh yeah, he's
how high?
They got him going to. I've seen him as a number 1 pick, by the way. They got him going to Tennessee with the 4th overall pick.
Yeah. All right. You got the bloodlines for sure.
Yeah. How big is Shedeur Sanders?
Actually, I don't know what I'm talking about. I must be confusing with something. He had 27 touchdowns, only 3 picks.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Those numbers didn't throw for a ton of yards, almost 70%. So, yeah, it looks like. But it is, to your original point, and then not to get distracted in a belief whether or not somebody's going to be good, it is a distraction. You bet it is. It's already one. He's already played the
distraction,
the Eli Manning card.
Yeah, I think
don't bother taking my guy.
Yeah.
I'm not going to Tennessee. We're not going to blankety.
Right.
We're only going here.
Yeah.
And who's going to be sitting right there? Perhaps too low. The Dallas Cowboys.
Oh, Jerry.
Imagine if Dak doesn't. Dak's not going to get a new deal this year, is he? Really, we're working on CeeDee Lamb and Parsons.
Well, working on CD right now.
CD, right? I don't think Dak. And maybe you play this year with Dak and you're saying, okay, we're going in a different direction if not.
If CD slides in your fantasy draft this weekend, Jeff, are you pouncing on him?
To 5? Gosh, yeah. He won't be there 5. My guys are too smart.
I think some people are scared off by the did not report contract.
Yeah. If you haven't learned that by now in fantasy football, then I can't help you. If you ever, because a superstar is up in the air in August, don't take him. It's a mistake. He'll be playing quickly. In my opinion.
I don't know. I don't dive too deep into the Jags roster. We've said that about the 53 and such. But I did see this, and this is from our friend Tom McManus. I thought it was an interesting point. And he said, look, I think we should move on from RRH, Fortner, and Wingard or leave him on IR. Not fair for Dewey, but I think Edmonds is better. Fortner's self-explanatory. And Roy, who would get picked up, has been outplayed by the young Bucks.
Yeah, I'm down with that.
Yeah.
And that's the kind of aggressiveness you want. Let's get younger here immediately, save some salary immediately, and not hurt the football team. Rather than, letting a good corner go just for the money.
Yeah, now, right. Now, Doug Peterson did come out yesterday and say Roy Robertson-Harris wasn't around a lot. He's playing because he didn't make it. He didn't make it out. He made it out because everybody's been asking, why is Roy Robertson-Harris playing
in the third quarter,
in the third and fourth quarters of these preseason games? Nobody else is even dressing.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, he's got to get the new system down, technique. But
that sounds fishy.
It's fishy.
Yeah,
it's fishy because I'll tell you why. Because
I think
we're
they're
in no
getting
hurry to get Eric Armstead out there.
Right.
So it's just fishy. It's very fishy. So
and to the point, look, I was talking about the guy Osim Mehu, who's had the 3 sacks. Yeah. He's they love some of those other interior guys. Obviously, they drafted a couple from LSU. So that would make sense. Now, listen, Roy Robertson-Harris has just been a guy here.
Yeah,
just been a guy.
He's had stretches where
we've noticed because we watch every play of every game.
Yeah,
he's just been a guy, not a bad player. Not saying that, but I'd rather go with the upside of the unknown of some of these young guys who may be more than a guy, but need the playing time in the season to get there. Onboarding, Hick. I'm in an onboarding this year.
Yeah, you're non-boarding.
We got to get Mason and
Well, I mean, I
Jordan onboarded.
I thought that was a good point by Tommy, and I like
I do too. I like that. I haven't really thought of it that way.
Yeah, sort of getting a little bit younger, and the Edmonds kid has made some plays. So
Edmonds is more than a kid too. He's 8 years in the league.
Sure,
he knows what he's doing. Darby and Edmonds. These guys again. Almost everyone they added has come from teams that win.
Mm-hmm. So anyway, that will be interesting as we get closer to cut day. Do you think we'll have anything surprising like that?
I think that's the ceiling of surprise. Those names would not register anywhere other than Jacksonville. You hear me?
Right.
Won't register anywhere.
No, I get it.
Like if we're sitting here and we see those names released somewhere else, we're like, ooh, go get that guy. But what you do when you do that, and it may very well happen, is, heck, here's what I'd like to see. Yeah, and those three are great, and fill them with what you've got, and also aggressively, actively go get the best offensive lineman that's cut.
Mm-hmm.
The best one. I don't care if he's 38 or 24. Go get the best and hopefully interior offensive lineman, because we've already got a swing tackle that all he does is swing, he doesn't play.
Right.
Go get the best interior offensive lineman released, or find the guy who's in a stalemate. We got to get better in the middle of that offensive line, man. And we went through the numbers yesterday. Those terrible stats of pass block win rate and stuff rate that they were so bad at last year, 31st or 32nd. Lo and behold, 2 games in the preseason. Doesn't seem to matter who the bodies are. 31st in pass block win rate. 31st in run stuff rate. That's just you can't win. It's amazing they're winning 9 games as bad as the line has been and performed.
641-1010 is the number to call. Gibby, tell them what they're going to win right now if they dial in.
Well, you're listening right now to Frankie Valli and the Four Seasons, and we're giving away a pair of tickets. Caller number 2 right now, 641-1010. He's coming to the Florida Theater Saturday, February 1st. Tickets on sale now at floridatheater.com. Dan, this is one of your favorites, right?
Take it, Frankie. Laid a hand on you, my eyes adored you.
Like a million miles away from me, you couldn't see how I adored you. So close and yet so far. Carried your books from school.
The Drill from the studios at Republic Services. We'll handle it from here.
The truth teller here. Seminole football is here. I'll be joined by Todd Fordham and Niall Lawrence Stample. It's the Seminoles Roundtable with Baloo. Find it on 1010XL's Seminoles YouTube page or wherever you find podcasts.
Now you can watch 1010XL shows all day on X, Facebook, and YouTube. Brought to you by MyBookie. Experience Vegas from the comfort of your phone anytime, anywhere. Sign up today. Use promo code 1010XL.
Listen up, Googans. I'm trying to move some merch. I got merch for you right now. It's at golfteerepair.com. It's not golf tees. It's merch. It's golf shirts, it's hats, it's hoodies, it's polos, and they got all kinds of cool stuff, including neat stuff of your favorite team, Florida, Florida State, Georgia. All you got to do is go to the promo code, or go to golfteerepair.com, enter the promo code Athens20. You get 20% off the Georgia shirt. Tally 20. Gainesville 20, self-explanatory, very cool. So do that. They're perfect to wear this summer and into September. You take them to your football games. Everybody says, where'd you get that shirt, man? I got it at golfteerepair.com. Golfteerepair.com. You got to check it out. It's all kinds of great merch, and you'll love those shirts. It's Gainesville 20 in the promo code, Tally 20 in the promo code, Athens 20 in the promo code, 20% off at golfteerepair.com.
Well, all the news forecasts say that home prices are expected to decline in 2025. Hey, that's great if you're buying a home. But if you're selling one, you might want to get to it. And when it comes to selling your home, the agents you should trust are Chad and Sandy Newman at chadandsandy.com. Maybe you want maximum equity from your home, but you're not sure how. And you don't want to worry about costly repairs or upgrades needed to sell your home. Those things are all out with Chad and Sandy. They're the local real estate experts you can trust, and I recommend for the sale of your home, or for the sale of mine for that matter. Maybe I should look into it. Hey, don't trust me. Trust Jacqueline from Biscayne Estates. My inherited home became a nightmare when it went unsold for 177 days and ended up with a large lien. With expenses mounting for my handicapped daughter and no way to pay, I was desperate. At this point, I turned to Chad and Sandy. The change was amazing. Chad and Sandy sold my home in 3 days at a higher than asking price. Find out for yourself at chadandsandy.com or 904-414-6200.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking flim-flam tactics. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from AirPods to fishing rods. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
The flagship station of the Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
Stevie Beatrice from Beatrice Plumbing here. A lot of plumbing companies say a lot of things. We focus on what customers say. Like who a few weeks ago, Donna, said the entire experience was the best fix-it experience she ever had. Or Chris, whose hot water went out on a Saturday and he thanked us for getting it fixed that night. Because that's the difference when you hire a real plumber. They show up to fix the problem. So next time you need a plumber, remember Beatrice Plumbing. Because real plumbers fix problems real fast.
He's not Pistol Pete, he's Pete Prisco.
Been on the wanted list almost 20 years.
CBS Sports senior NFL writer Pete Prisco joins the Frangie Show Friday afternoons on 1010XL. Brought to you by Showtime Sports Cards and Collectibles.
DivorceMenOnly.com. This is Kenny Lay of Kenny Lay & Associates. Our firm specializes in representing men in family law. That's all we do. That's our only focus. We can help with all of your family law needs, such as divorce, custody, alimony, and child support. For over a decade, we have helped thousands of men with these types of issues. We even have an appellate division ready to challenge a judge's ruling. If you need a family law attorney, go to DivorceMenOnly.com. DivorceMenOnly.com. Offices, Jacksonville.
Hacker here with a new opportunity for you. The 20-pound summer slim down with Awaken 180 weight loss. Dropping 20 pounds before summer ends, cruising to your goal of 30, 40, 50-plus pounds down. It's simple. You take the last few weeks of summer, eating, drinking, enjoying the weather, but the difference? You're doing it with the 20-pound summer slim down. But you say, Hack, summer's almost over. Well, that's the point. The pounds melt off fast with Awaken 180. I dropped my first 20 in less time, and that easy 20 propelled me to reach my goal of losing over 85 pounds. Think about it. You're about to slide back into the same old fall routine with the same old mindset. Mix it up. Live up the rest of your summer while dropping the first 20. Then jump into fall with a whole new groove. Yeah, I said it, and you'll be saying it too in just a few weeks. 20-pound summer slim down with the solution for weight loss. Online, Awaken180weightloss.com.
Attention men and women. If you would like to get your hair back, then you need to listen to some of our clients. John in Orange Park.
IHRS showed me what was causing my hair loss and helped stop it.
Call IHRS now at 904-777-IHRS. Find out how to grow your hair back with a free hair and scalp examination. Mike from Bay Meadows.
I finally found the most experienced company who could restore my hair. Now I have hair where I had none before.
Results guaranteed. Diane from Ponte Vedra.
Now I have what lotions couldn't give me. Thick, beautiful hair.
Find out why you're losing your hair and how to grow your hair back. Call 904-777-IHRS for a limited time free hair and scalp examination.
Now my hair will grow for the rest of my life. Thanks, IHRS.
Thank you, IHRS.
Thanks, IHRS, for giving me my hair back.
Hurry, this free examination, normally $199, is yours for free and good only through Sunday. For your free examination, call IHRS at 904-777-IHRS. That's 904-777-4477. Call now.
Right now, they're on their way to ruin your day. Don't bother calling the police. They can't help. And if you're not prepared, you will suffer. Yes, it's that time of the year. Heat and humidity are attacking North Florida. But help is at hand. Call Mike Merritt's Heating and Air Conditioning. Mike Merritt has a license to chill and lets you maintain your comfort zone at a bargain price. How? Mike Merritt stands ready to help, routine or emergencies. And Mike Merritt knows emergencies can happen at any time. So with Mike, there's never any overtime charges. And Mike's team works without commissions. Merritt will never try to sell you parts you don't need. You can't trust just anyone with a truck. Call Mike Merritt, the company North Florida has trusted for 35 years. Call today. License number CAC 050384.
Here's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update, sponsored by U.S. Park. Gator head coach Billy Napier has heard the criticism of the team's defense, but he has expectations of the unit.
I think we have high expectations for how we want to play defense around here. As a head coach, I would tell you when we've won games, we've been good on defense.
FSU head coach Mike Norvell is good with the Noles kicking off the college season.
Very excited, being able to kick off, the college football season. I'm really proud of our guys and all the work they put in, throughout the offseason.
The USA Today Florida Network Super 25 released its rankings of the top 25 high school football programs. Our area saw the Mustangs of Mandarin in the top 10 at number 7, St. Augustine at number 17, and Bowles in at number 18. That's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update. I'm Sam Nelson.
80 degrees at 8:07. Time and temp brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
All right, welcome back. I need to do something for my young Googans. I'm going to try to help them out here with the ladies.
Oh.
Yeah, a little bit of advice. Uncle Dan.
Okay.
Yeah, I saw this, and I wanted to tell them. There's this poll out. What male hobbies are least attractive to the ladies?
Okay.
All right, so, guys,
check.
If you do these hobbies.
Okay. How many you got there?
Keep it on the down low.
Well, I know people, and probably at one or more points in my life exhibited too many of these hobbies.
9 hobbies.
Well, the number one's going to be smoking.
No.
Smoking's not in there?
No.
Come on.
Different time now.
What is this, the 40s, 50s?
Nobody cares about you firing up a heater.
That's so wrong.
I don't know. Coming at number 9.
This list is rogue.
I would say video games.
Is bird watching.
Oh.
Don't go bird watching.
What 80-year-olds did they survey?
Yeah.
What is this?
Not attractive to the.
By the way, that's not for you young Googans. Bird watching is not when the guy next to you flips you the bird in road rage. That's not bird watching.
That's not bird.
Not the guy he's talking about.
Comic book collecting. Stay away from that. Or if you do it, don't let anybody know.
Man, nerds need love.
If you're stuffing your dog after he dies, bad thing, man. Taxidermy.
Okay, these are habits.
No good.
I mean,
they're hobbies. They're called hobbies.
Is that a hobby to other people? Is this a thing? Stuffing your
taxidermy? It's called, Jeff.
I don't know what it is.
Building model trains, Jeff. If you're building a model train, again, you may want to do that. Keep it to yourself. Don't tell your girl.
I mean, this is wrong. I don't.
Coming
like this
in at 5th. Yeah, again, a lot of us do this. Gambling, not attractive to the ladies. Not attractive.
This one's
one,
taking on some steam.
Yeah, this one is not should be not fun for online trolling. Online trolling. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Well, it's good that the women have some sense then, because that's so far that's the worst of all the character traits.
Yeah.
To me.
Magic tricks. Tricks.
Nobody does magic
don't
tricks.
Pull out the cards. And
this is dumb.
Don't go to the girl. Go, hey, there's a quarter behind your ear here. Hey, look at this.
I don't know what idiot put this list out.
Collecting those little action figures.
Yeah,
no
one
thing,
does
man.
these things.
Don't do that. And then last, but first on the list, least attractive hobby for men according to women, video games. Playing video games.
That's
what I thought.
And by the way, I thought you said habit is why I said smoking first.
Yeah.
Not hobbies.
Least attractive hobbies for men.
Yeah, I don't.
Well,
no sugar, Sherlock. I mean, what are we doing here? And by the way, for every man that does that, there is a girl out there for you who does the same. So, come on.
Just keep it on the down
low. You can't take away a man's comic book and train collection. I mean, what's he left with?
I'm just trying to help.
Huh?
Just trying to help the young Googans out there. Just trying to give him some.
I think there's some other. I don't know what kind of list this is, but I mean, in the circles I run, those aren't the kind of things that dudes need to worry about. There are other habits or hobbies that will also lead to a quick demise that are kind of more real life that you'll face every day. You know. Like philandering, probably a hobby you shouldn't have. How about drugs? Maybe that's a hobby you shouldn't have. Some of those may be a little more important than magic tricks.
Just say.
As long as I don't do any magic tricks, we'll be good. Now pass the meth.
Yeah. Trying to help the young.
Yeah, I hear you. Drinking, maybe that'd be in there a little bit. Is that not a hobby?
Not really a hobby.
I am vacillating between hobbies and habits, and I end up with a hobbit, which seems to be the characteristic of every single one of those 9, items.
I got a list here of the
list guy.
Last time each college football team hosted college game day.
Okay.
So, like, teams that SMU has not gotten a game day yet. Cal hasn't gotten a game day yet.
Surprising that Cal Stanford hasn't, and I think FSU may get that this year.
I think that NC State, I think Maryland hasn't. I think that looks like Illinois, maybe Rutgers. It looks like Virginia hasn't. Carolina hasn't since 97.
That's probably the FSU game. I was at that one.
Georgia Tech, 06. Does this count? Is this a Georgia Tech home game?
No, it's not a home game, but no, that doesn't count.
No. We haven't been to Texas Tech since 08. Probably Mahomes or Crabtree or somebody.
Crabtree,
yeah.
That was a game where Texas Tech needed to beat Texas for Florida that year, and they did.
Yeah. The ones that are Alabama, Georgia, Ohio State, Washington.
It's been a week.
Utah, Notre Dame, Michigan, all 2023. Duke,
Colorado.
Colorado.
Was probably the Florida game, wasn't it?
I don't know. I don't remember. It's not that a big a deal to me. The Gators, 2019.
Been a while.
College game day.
So that's 5 years.
2019.
Well, when you're, they haven't had. I mean, what's the home schedule year to year really only gives you the probably
FSU
LSU.
2014. Guess they didn't go there last year.
Well, and if FSU fan would tell you, ESPN certainly won't go this year. They hate FSU.
They don't want to go. They'll be walking into a
throw eggs at them.
Well, this will be an interesting weekend for FSU fan and Herbie.
The only difference, well, maybe online. There's not enough of a crowd. It's not like walking into Doak.
There's a lot of FSU fans going to this game.
Sure, but it's not that. Yeah, I think the reaction of no students will be there. Very few.
Well,
that's who gets after you.
That's true. The signs will be. There'll be signs up there.
So I'm assuming Herbie will be in London. The whole crew will be there. The game day crew.
They're not doing the game, but they'll be
Dublin.
There. Dublin, not London.
Yeah, I know Dublin. I corrected it.
The hills of the cliffs of
Moore. Cliffs of Moore.
Cliffs of Moore.
MOHR.
MOHR?
I learned that. Well, I don't know. I'm assuming that's how they spelled it, sending it to me. I have not, confirmed. And do we have Daniel today?
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Baseball's coming down the stretch. The question I have for Daniel,
mm-hmm. Daniel Murphy,
who
talking
is
about the Murphy Power Hour brought to you by ITV Partners.
I want to know because and maybe I don't pay as much attention as I have this year. And you pointed this out the other day. It was something that seems to be at least a little bit unique, and that is the number of teams at the top of Major League Baseball when it comes to the best record.
Okay. Yeah, they're all the same.
You have the Dodgers, the Guardians, the Phillies, the Brewers, the Orioles, and the Yankees, all within a game and a half of each other for the best record in baseball, which obviously matters, or how much does it matter when you talk about having home field through each stretch of the playoffs? And I'm wondering, as these teams go down the stretch, some of these teams are set in their division.
Right.
Like Milwaukee's winning the Central. The Phillies are winning the East. The Dodgers most likely will win the West. The Padres are within 3.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the Orioles and Yankees, you're going to have to keep their attention, but I just wonder how, if at all, it affects the end of the season, because teams have different plans and different...
I'll be playing to win.
Mindsets, depending on what your situation is. Brave fan will look at, the last couple of years and say, well, the old Red Wolves rust. I don't buy that. I think any team, any manager, any player, if you offer them the option of taking 4 or 5 days off or playing the wild card series, they take the days off.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Now, that doesn't mean it can't still affect you when you go. But I wonder if these teams, or how much emphasis these teams will put on being the overall top seed, and how important or unimportant that is.
It'll be interesting to see as we head down the stretch. I looked up the, because we've been talking about PFF, and when you're a Florida fan, I guess you're looking for any kind of positive note. And we've mentioned that earlier this week that Florida was the top 10 offensive line in the country, according to PFF. And none of us really believe that. Chris Doring didn't believe it. You didn't believe it. I don't really believe it in terms of we don't think they are. So I said, well, who else is? And, who are these powerhouses?
This is now, I just want to clarify. This is the preseason ranking of the offensive line. This isn't last year, right?
Here are the 10 best offensive lines heading into the 2024 college football season.
Okay, good. Okay.
Clarify. Alabama's number 1. Well, Alabama is projected as a playoff.
Well, they're good.
Georgia's number 2.
So far, so good on the company we're keeping.
Yeah, Georgia's number 2. Georgia's projected as a playoff team. Number 3 has 2. I knew they had to be up there because they have 2 guys in the mock drafts who are like in the top 15 in the mock drafts. That's LSU. They have the Will Campbell guy who's like number 1, and then Emory Jones, who's Emory's. The whole Jones family are Emery's, from what I understand, much like George Foreman.
Those 2 aren't brothers.
They're not brothers?
No.
Oh.
I saw Emory threw a touchdown.
Yeah, for the Ravens.
Preseason.
That's the other Emory Jones, not the LSU Emory Jones.
We'd have a real story if it were.
They also returned both starting guards from last year. So anyway, they're
3 up. You've got 3 SEC teams.
Number 4, you have an SEC team as well, Texas.
Okay.
They have Kelvin Banks, who again I see in the mock drafts in the first round.
Okay, we also have 3 now opponents, which isn't good. Georgia, LSU,
Yeah.
Texas.
Number 5, first non-SEC school is Oregon.
Another good. I mean, you're giving me powers again.
I'm giving you powers.
I don't understand this.
Number 6 is Ohio State.
Wow.
Number 7 is a team that is thought of as being really good. That's Missouri.
Okay. Man, it's all SEC.
Number 8, Miami.
Another opponent.
Yeah.
Another opponent, man.
Yeah. Number 9, another opponent, FSU.
Okay.
They brought in a couple players from the transfer portal. Richie Leonard, Florida, Trader, and Terrence Ferguson, Alabama. Both expected to start at guard.
Okay.
And number 10, the Gators.
That's amazing. Describe how they describe the Gator
Florida's
line.
offensive line was dominant in the run game last season. Gators front 5 earned an 82.2 run blocking grade, 4th among Power 5 offensive lines. Florida returns 3 starters from that line, with its star coming from the middle. Jake Slaughter is my number 8 returning interior offensive lineman in college football, 81.2 overall grade, 2nd among Power 5 centers.
Well, that's awesome. And you know what? In fairness, and we have talked about this. The offense was when it got going. The offense wasn't the problem. The defense was a disaster.
100%.
The offense played well enough for them to be 8-4 last year.
But it is, again, if they play like that, that might be your most optimistic note you could have right now that you could hang your hat on.
Fair enough. It's a Petros Plumbing Wednesday. You're listening to The Drill.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here. Now, another classic moment in Jags history.
He's got room to run. 10, 5, Brunel leaps. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
This is the home of your team, 1010XL, home of the Jaguars.
Hey, Hicken here for my friends at George Moore Chevrolet. I couldn't be any happier to be part of the George Moore Chevrolet family. And when I say family, I mean it. That's how they'll treat you. And don't listen to me. Listen to the Bold City winners, Triple Crown champions, George Moore Chevrolet. Best new car dealership, best used car dealership, best auto dealer service department. Bang, bang, bang. You'll find out if you go to that beautiful showroom off Atlantic Boulevard. Now, look, I got my boy Blue. I couldn't be any happier with my Silverado. But if you want a car or an SUV, if you want a truck, if you want electric, if you want pre-owned, George Moore Chevrolet has it. You know what else they have? They have a Corvette that they're giving away this fall. And all you got to do is go to their social media pages and register to win. Why wouldn't you do that? It takes 2 minutes. And maybe you get a brand new Corvette. That would be fun, wouldn't it? If you can't make it over to Atlantic Boulevard, don't worry. MooreChevy.com. Easy to navigate. George Moore Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
Now, the Florida State Seminole Report, brought to you by your local Ag Pro, your home team.
Florida State guard Jameer Watkins will participate in the 2024 Nike Basketball Academy. He was an All-ACC honorable mention selection as a junior and enters the 2024-25 season looking to build on his streak of 19 consecutive double-figure scoring games. Watkins was ranked in the ACC's top 20 for both scoring and rebounding last year. I'm RJ Saunders with your Ag Pro Seminole Report.
AgPro has been family owned and operated for over 64 years. We take pride in developing long-lasting relationships and offering first-class customer service. Need a new tractor, parts for your used equipment, or reliable service? AgPro has you covered. AgPro is here to serve you and your operation as your hometown dealer. Visit us today at any of our AgPro locations or go online to agproco.com to get started with your AgPro experience.
This is the sound of real people across Florida betting on sports. It's the sound of winning your bet, only on Hard Rock Bet. And if your first bet doesn't win, you get up to $100 back to try again. Hard Rock Bet is Florida's only legal sports book. Your home for betting hoops for any sport you choose. Download Hard Rock Bet now and get 2 shots at your first bet. Win, or you'll get up to $100 back as a bonus bet. Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida to play. Terms and conditions apply. Concerned about gambling? Please call 1-888-ADMIT-IT.
Mia here. Get it all when you shop Arlington Toyota Pre-Owned. Just listen to this. Over 275 SUVs, over 200 cars, over 100 pickups, over 50 luxury vehicles. That's over 600 vehicles, and they're all in one location. Arlington Pre-Owned even has 125 vehicles under $18,000. Plus, you get Arlington's 60-day exchange program and financing help from their Credit for Everyone program. Shop online anytime at arlingtontoyota.com.
This is Tony Baselli, Pro Football Hall of Famer. I was known for protecting our quarterback. These days, I'm extending that protection to a different arena, your home. I have partnered with Heritage Roofing of North Florida, your premier local roofers with over 25 years of experience. Heritage is your go-to roofer for hurricane preparation with same-day inspections and estimates. They also work with all insurance companies. Let Heritage Roofing of North Florida safeguard your home and family. Visit heritagenfl.com for your free estimate today.
State license CCC 1335410.
Lots of ways to play Underdog Fantasy. Now, look, if you're not familiar with Underdog, well, what you've been waiting on, man. I've been telling you about it. Download that Underdog Fantasy app or go to underdogfantasy.com and you'll see what it's all about. But it's a fantasy game that basically goes on just, the projections. And you go higher or lower on those statistical projections, and there's different ways to do it. You can spread it out among different sports, right? Higher or lower score for Scotty Scheffler tomorrow, or higher or lower total bases for Matt Olson tonight. I mean, there's so many different ways that you can play Underdog Fantasy, and they're all fun, and they've got great payoffs. They've got great promotions. They've got like this Sizzler promotion where you put your lineup in. If you take one of these sizzling, you've got to hit it. But if you do, it pays off even more. It's just terrific. So go to the app right now and use Prosser as your promo code. They'll give you a special. You also get bonus cash. You got to be 18 or over. Call 1-800-GAMBLER if you need to.
Attention men and women. If you would like to get your hair back, then you need to listen to some of our clients. John in Orange Park.
IHRS showed me what was causing my hair loss and helped stop it.
Call IHRS now at 904-777-IHRS. Find out how to grow your hair back with a free hair and scalp examination. Mike from Bay Meadows.
I finally found the most experienced company who could restore my hair. Now I have hair where I had none before.
Results guaranteed. Diane from Ponte Vedra.
Now I have what lotions couldn't give me. Thick, beautiful hair.
Find out why you're losing your hair and how to grow your hair back. Call 904-777-IHRS for a limited time free hair and scalp examination.
Now my hair will grow for the rest of my life. Thanks, IHRS.
Thank you, IHRS.
Thanks, IHRS, for giving me my hair back.
Hurry, this free examination, normally $199, is yours for free and good only through Sunday. For your free examination, call IHRS at 904-777-IHRS. That's 904-777-4477. Call now.
What's the weekend in sports look like? I'm Dan Hicken, and I'll give you my take on the Weekend with Dan. Find it on YouTube and Facebook. Weekend with Dan, brought to you by Stone Core. We do outdoors better.
Lauren Brooks here from Mayport CNC Fisheries. At my house, we had a feast from Mayport CNC Fisheries with the freshest shrimp around, and it was unbelievable. They also have oysters, scallops, mahi, and so much more. Want to eat like a local? Head to the beach and visit my friends at Mayport CNC Fisheries.
Now that's what I call high-quality H2O. If you want high-quality water throughout your home, call your local water boy. We install equipment to solve any water problem. Waterboy, JAX.com.
Don't make a bad call when it comes to servicing your home. Cooling off with a baby pool in the house to fix your air conditioning problem is a bad call. Trying to catch a wave in a flooded bathroom is a bad call. Using a burning electrical panel to make s'mores is a bad call. The next time something goes wrong, make a good call to Donovan.
Whether you need air, electric, or plumbing service, Donovan is always a good call. It's why we've been trusted by our customers for almost 40 years and why you can trust us to deliver fast, reliable service to your home. Donovan, always a good call.
Visit DonovanAC.com today.
This is Mark Nato. My sons and I have seen the doctors and PAs at Southeast Ortho for everything from lumbar spine stress to elbow tendonitis. Southeast has always been there, been truthful, and always been on point. Everything they say happens. We can't thank them enough for what they've done and the great care that they have taken of our sons.
Relieve pain and get back to life. SOS. Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
I feel like it's rare that you have a defense that's dynamic because normally you think of offenses are dynamic, but I feel like this defense is dynamic. It lets the playmakers go make plays. So I think it's a perfect fit for me.
We'll see. That's Darnell Savage yet to play. He'll make his debut by all accounts in the preseason this Friday night.
Yeah, again, I'm excited, but I'm cautiously optimistic. Sure. The things that come out of training camps are sometimes make you scratch your head.
I think there's a couple of things that I guess I'm most pleased with from camp. And again, I don't want to make too much of it, but individually, Washington and Bigsby seeming a lot more comfortable, and they just, I know Bigsby especially flashed some last year. They both look more comfortable to me.
He flashed a lot last year, though.
He did, but you know what? They were making there's a good point made the other day.
And by the way, it's not like listen. Yes.
I just want effectiveness, man. I
understand, but it's not like he was like unstoppable on Saturday night.
I'm not saying that he was.
3.8, 3.9, whatever it was.
And I'm not just talking about Saturday night's game. I'm just saying from when camp started to now.
Yeah.
And that defensive, although I don't know what we're using as a basis, we haven't seen the first team, and we haven't, and the second team got pushed around in the run game the other day. So, it is what it is. But, we got this, you get stuck in what you're seeing now and not really factoring in sometimes how different it's going to be when they have to go to Miami and play. Mm-hmm. Ryan Nielsen, the Jaguars defensive coordinator, I like this guy. I like his personality. But he was asked if the team is preparing for the Dolphins yet, right? We still got a preseason game to go, but the Dolphins game is, inside of a month, right? September 8th. We're already, calendar check, 8/21. And here's a Nielsen on are there Dolphins preps already, Coach?
Maybe we have, maybe we haven't. But yeah, look, we'll take care of them when that time has come. Our focus on Atlanta and winning this game.
Yeah, I know. The focus is on Atlanta. Winning the game is not a focus at all. And this has nothing to do with anything. I do think that, though, if you are so inclined, that you cannot wait until, the regular season to put your money where your mouth is, so to speak. It sure seems like the Jags are going to roll. It's what it feels like. Jags are going to play starters. Atlanta's playing nobody. Jags are better to begin with. They've got better backup quarterbacks. It's just every preseason check mark. If you are going to be irresponsible enough to gamble in the preseason, every preseason check mark goes the Jags' way this week. Honestly, I'm going to say it again. It feels like it's 24-6 or 31-0. That's what it feels like where this is going. I am.
We're loading up on this.
Load it up, man.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
Yeah, this is a big deal, man.
And gambling's a big deal. And this is just out this morning. The NFL is outlining their measures to catch suspicious betting activity.
Oh.
Listen, the NFL has wanted to stay away. They've tried to stay away this from ever. It brings an sightly element to the sport and to the game. And I know we think, well, they make this much or they do that much and it's not a bigger problem. Yeah, maybe that's not true. If you can get, somebody can get got after a rash of suspensions. But this isn't about them betting on their own thing. It's just about betting inside of the facilities. And sometimes, in some cases, see Calvin Ridley on football.
Mm-hmm.
So The NFL spotlighting its approach to combat those betting-related threats ahead of 2024. Remember we talked about back in March, they were sending reps to every camp, double down on just what is allowed and what's not. And they're now sharing details about their investigators who are on site on game days monitoring for, quote, suspicious activity. A representative is assigned to each team.
Mm-hmm.
The integrity representatives, who include retired FBI agents or executive-level police officers, roam stadiums from the sidelines to the press box during games. Now, they declined to provide the specific examples of what constitutes suspicious activity, but the league's integrity reps are monitoring for fair competition issues. They're looking for anything that's an anomaly, anything that stands out, anything that might raise concerns. The NFL suspended 10 players for gambling violations in a 3-month span last spring and summer. They found no signs of game manipulation in any of those instances, but 5 players were found to have bet on the NFL, including games of their own team.
You know how we talk about athletes who make differences in life, just in terms of what they do, charitable?
Yeah.
And we've talked, obviously, we talk about Timmy Tebow a lot and all that he does with trafficking and such.
It's terrific.
Local guy, but you'd be hard-pressed to find anybody who's made more of an impact in terms of sports athletes as Warwick Dunn.
Yeah,
and
it's always been that way. I remember back in New Orleans. Even when he was in college,
he's giving out homes number 266 and 267 today.
Wow,
267.
Is it New Orleans area or
this is Atlanta?
Atlanta now.
Yeah, 2 Metro Atlanta moms become first-time homeowners after a gift from Warwick Dunn, and he's been doing this his whole career.
Yeah, been doing it for a long time.
And he, so he helps them with assistance checks, and it's impressive. He's done that, like I said, for a long time.
Warwick Dunn would have been like Mike Vick era Falcons, wouldn't
Yes, it was. Yeah, him and T.J. Duckett.
Yeah.
Remember T.J.?
That had some good. That was exciting.
College, please, for T.J. Duckett.
Yeah, it's Michigan State.
Very good. Very good. Well, we got Murph in the house. You want to take a break and come back and chat it up?
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Throw some tough questions at him today.
You think so?
Oh,
he's ready. He's got the hat on backwards. That's like the sure. That's like it's like the ready position.
He's got. Murph is now in shape. Murph, by the way, have you noticed that?
Oh gosh, I know. I tell him he goes up and down.
Yeah, he's definitely back in shape. Yeah. Murph now.
Do it while you're young.
He's feeling good.
Yeah,
he gets up early and he goes. He says he moves his body.
Yeah. When you get older,
you can tell, though.
When you get older, you can lose it, but if you gain it back, it's a lot harder to lose it the second time.
Yeah.
Weird.
I just stop eating.
I know.
That's hard to do.
Again, that's an easier.
How much weight have you lost again? You've lost weight.
He's crazy.
Probably like 200 right now. So I go anywhere from 200 to, depending on Rockies fans you talk to, 230.
Do you go below 200 ever? Like, do you have a target? What are you trying to be at?
If I get stressed out and anxious, I'll dip
but you're not trying to be less than
no.
you're at the weight right now you'd like to stay at?
Oh, I don't play that game. As a fat kid at heart, I don't play a game.
I got to
if you feel like you might look.
Wherever I look like that day is how
adjust.
I'm supposed to look
I got
that day, and then forwards we go.
It's awesome while your metabolism is where it is. That is not going to work your whole life.
Here's a quick Murph story.
Yeah.
We were over at P-Town yesterday.
Providence.
Yeah. And I saw the skipper.
Okay.
And so I was shooting the breeze with him for a few minutes before we left. And Tommy Boss, and he was telling me, he says, you got to schedule right now in terms of, he doesn't want the kids hitting too much. He's got kids doing stuff, baseball stuff, nothing major.
Okay.
And he tries to keep them away a little bit, and he starts hearing all these hits in the batting cage, these pings and dings and stuff. It's like, who's? I tell these guys that Oh, it's Murphy and his kids.
Sorry, Skipper.
We went right over there after car line.
He can't stay away. This is
it.
the drill.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here.
Bueller Air and Plumbing presents Are You Cool? Today's challenger, an asphalt marketer from Jacksonville, Florida, meet Sheldon Fish. Today's category, air conditioner repair experts in Jacksonville, Florida.
Oh, I bet it's going to be Bueller.
Your question. Unlike Jacksonville, the Sahara Desert has a complete lack of air conditioner repair experts. What kind of camels do they ride?
That's not really a question about air conditioner repair.
5 seconds.
But that's a camel question.
Pick a camel, Sheldon.
The Arabian dromedary.
That's right, Sheldon. Like the majestic Arabian dromedary, the skilled technicians at Bueller Air and Plumbing can repair any make and model of air conditioner the same day you call, making sure you are cool.
They don't spit, do they?
No, but Steve, the new guy, has a bit of a hump.
Stay cooler with Bueller.
Visit BuellerAir.com.
For lost or broken keys or nearly any make and model of vehicle, call 722-1111 for
Instant Keys. Instant Keys. You don't have to go to the dealer. Instant Keys comes to you.
Hey, Hicken here. I want to talk about Beach's Dermatology. I want to talk about Doctors Boudreaux and Metz, who've been taking care of me for decades now and keep me going with my skin. Why? Because they've encouraged me and taught me how to use sunscreen and how to wear floppy hats and long sleeve dry fits in that sun, man. If you're going outside for an extended period of time in Florida, man, you got to put on the sunscreen. If you're golfing, if you're at your kid's game, if you're fishing, if you're at the beach, put on the sunscreen. And don't go see Doctors Boudreaux and Metz or Dr. Fader for Mohs surgery. Eventually, you may have to, though, if you don't pay attention to these things. And sometimes something's on your skin that you say, hey, this doesn't look normal. And if it doesn't, then go see our friends at Beach's Dermatology. Give them a call or go online at beachesdermatology.com.
Injured in an accident? Have mounting medical bills? Can't work? Don't worry. Zach's got your back. I'm Zach Von Rowan of Von Rowan Law. I will fight for the compensation that you deserve. Set up your free consultation at zachsgotyourback.com.
A lot of companies will tell you they're the best. At Custom Tree Surgeons, they show you every time. Custom Tree Surgeons has built an all-pro team. Every tree service professional has years of experience, continually trained and certified. They know what, when, and how to handle any job. It gets done efficiently and quickly by a team of experts. So for tree trimming, removal, stump grinding, and emergency services, forget any name other than Custom Tree Surgeons. There is no job they can't do better. Go to website CustomTreeSurgeons.com. That's CustomTreeSurgeons.com, and let them show you how the job is supposed to get done.
Hey, sports fans, this is Hayes Carlyon from MyBookie. Oh, Gators, Canes, Georgia, Clemson, LSU, USC, Florida State, Georgia Tech, and, of course, Jaguars, Dolphins. It is here, and are you ready for the ultimate football season? Using MyBookie Sportsbook and Casino platform, you can bet on every game and win anytime, anywhere, straight from your mobile device. No app needed. Just click my link, sign up, and you're ready to rock. When you bet with MyBookie, you're not just watching the games, you're investing in every moment of action. I'll say it from experience, a few bucks on the line can turn any regular game into one of the most exciting of the season, because you don't have to bet very much. Don't forget to use promo code 1010XL when signing up to claim a $1,000 bonus on your first deposit. Again, promo code 1010XL. Get that bonus. Don't let that pass you by. Bet anything, anywhere, anytime, only with MyBookie. And don't forget that promo code 1010XL.
I'm Hacker, and Denny Thompson and I will navigate you through the Florida football offseason during the Gator Bites podcast, presented by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists. New episodes drop every Friday. Get Gator Bites where you find podcasts.
Daytona always brings the drama.
Everything's on the line. The risk will be higher.
3 wide.
Look how insane this is.
Gunning to keep playoff hopes alive. It's now or never.
It's the most stressful night of racing that you'll ever go through.
For an unforgettable weekend of family fun, high wattage star power, and a front row seat full of fireworks. NASCAR weekend at Daytona International Speedway, August 23rd and 24th. Get your tickets now at DaytonaInternationalSpeedway.com.
Homeowners, good news for you. Accent on 4. Listen up. Loan Pronto now has mortgage rates that start with a 4. Prosser here. It's true. Mortgage rates have plummeted. So low, we haven't seen them in a long time. If your current rate is over 6%, you can dump it and lower your house payment big time. Loan Pronto just locked in a homeowner at 4.99% APR. So whether you got your loan last week, last month, or last year, it's time to call Loan Pronto. Even if you're in process with another lender, stop now. Call Loan Pronto. Ask about their zero-cost rate reduction home loan. You can lock in a lower rate with no closing costs in a matter of days, with almost no paperwork and usually no appraisal. And if you act now, you can even skip your next 2 house payments. Call now. Loan Pronto can give you a rate quote in minutes with no hard credit pull and no upfront fees like those other guys. Call 904-999-1508 or loanpronto.com. Call 904-999-1508. Equal housing lender, NMLS 1661781. Owner approved credit, NMLS consumeraccess.org.
This is Dr. Kevin Kaplan,
head team physician for your Jacksonville Jaguars. Here's the latest update on the Jags, brought to you by Baptist Health and JOI.
Jaguar defensive coordinator Ryan Nielsen commented on the readiness of his defense.
It's always a work in progress, so we're working on the things that we see that we've got to continue to push the guys' fundamentals, the knowledge of the scheme.
Defensive back Darnell Savage says this is the perfect defense for him.
I feel like it's rare that you have a defense that's dynamic, because normally you think of offenses are dynamic, but I feel like this defense is dynamic. It lets the playmakers go make plays.
Jaguar head coach Doug Peterson feels the roster that he and general manager Trent Baalke have put together are starting to show impact.
The last couple of years, you're starting to see now these young players really emerge and do some good things.
At your Jacksonville Orthopedic Institute Jaguar update, I'm Sam Nelson.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Welcome to the Daniel Murphy Power Hour.
Meet the Mets. Meet the Mets. That ball's well hit to right. I mean, really well hit to right. That ball is gone. Daniel Murphy has struck again. Daniel Murphy has homered for the 5th straight postseason game.
Presented by ITP Partners on 1010XL.
All right, we got him here. Daniel Murphy, the Murphy Power, brought to you by ITB Partners. Always good to catch up with him back from New York. You were there Friday. You did another game up there. Good experience.
Yes.
Did it with Keith this time, so you guys got to talk hitting, which is kind of cool.
Yeah, hitting talk pretty much the whole game.
We couldn't get that game down here. It's one of those we had to watch.
Blackout.
Yeah, so I saw clips and such, and it was neat because, now Murph's done enough games now. They're all thinking that he's going to be Hernandez's replacement.
Nice.
Keith Hernandez at the end of the game goes, listen, I'm not doing this forever, Murph. So if, you want it.
Until they know someone's coming, then they linger. Murph, don't get caught in this. I think this is going to be Keith's last year. Fast forward 2034. I think this is going to be Keith's last year.
Broadcaster in waiting. Get that title.
Yes.
Sportscaster that I do the radio with in Jacksonville.
Yes.
Forgive me. I know should have dropped the drill.
That's okay.
Forgive me.
By the way, if you're a fan of the Frisco Rough Riders, this is a good week to go watch them.
Oh, really?
Who are the Frisco Rough Riders?
The Frisco Rough Riders are probably the AAA affiliate I'm thinking of, the Texas Rangers, where Kumar Rocker,
I got you.
Kumar Rocker, Jacob deGrom, and Max Scherzer will be pitching today, tomorrow, and Friday.
Wow.
Max is going to be
What is Kumar's deal? I haven't heard from him since he left y'all.
Well, he went back in the draft.
But he didn't go in the first round the second time, did he, or did he?
I think he did.
Okay.
And I think he's done fairly well.
Did he?
Let me look
he
him
might
up.
have had Tommy John surgery maybe almost immediately.
So he's been out for a while, but now he's making his way back, and I think he's having a good season, but I'm not positive. But Kumar Rocker is
still viewed as a prospect. Is he making like top 100 prospect list and that kind of thing?
I don't know if he gets top 100, but I think
he's in the Texas system, I guess.
Yeah, he's 24. He pitched. This year, 2 teams, 2.45 ERA, but only 7 games.
Hit me with those innings. You know how.
22 innings.
What are the Rangers?
Okay, so 22 innings this year, 28 innings in 23, 20. Oh boy,
so he's relieving.
He has not pitched
participating much. It doesn't.
Yeah,
no,
doesn't sound
he
like
hasn't. He hasn't thrown hard. He hasn't thrown 100 minor league innings yet.
Do you get a first rounder return, but it's at the end of the round if you don't sign your guy?
If my understanding was if you don't sign him, you get the following pick the next year in the draft.
So you would get 2 picks in the next year.
Yes,
the one you have,
and then the one you didn't.
Why are the Rangers throwing these? Why is Max Scherzer pitching? They're 11 games back. There's 35 games to go. I mean, what are we even doing?
Oh, Maxie looking for work.
Yeah,
he's a free agent.
He's coming back.
That's why
he said he wanted to play again next year. Said he says he can compete when he's out there.
I'll tell you one thing.
Does pitching now help or hurt that notion? Would you not be better or not?
Oh no,
taxing?
I think you want somebody to see you and make sure.
They don't know enough about Max Scherzer.
The last time we saw him, he's toes up.
Maybe come down to spring. I'll throw you a few. I'm going to sit around here.
What is the offer for Max Scherzer next year?
1 year.
Yes.
Yeah.
10?
Yeah, that seems reasonable.
We're going down from 43 to...
Yeah. I mean,
I think he'd take it.
Get you a pay cut.
Well, obviously he knows this has to be coming.
What Jake Flaherty, what'd he get? 12? Did he get somewhere in that 10-12 range?
I think
so
10,
say
actually.
Max is famous enough to grab 15?
15?
Yeah, I think so. Why not?
Boy, because I'll tell you why not. Because
He's going to pitch 12 games.
Might not play.
Yeah, you're gonna get 2 or 3 starts. Then you're gonna get an injury. And you're gonna get 2 or 3 starts.
Get great front at the trade deadline if you know what I mean, to decide.
Flaherty got 14, Murph.
14.
Thank you very much. Well,
we're used to late season races, Murph, right?
Yeah.
We're used to pennant races, and now the wild card's involved. We're very in tune, perhaps, if your team in the last couple of years has been in a dogfight with somebody else down the stretch. What I don't remember ever, and I'm not like I'm tracking, I don't remember ever being at the end of August and having 6 teams within a game of each other for the league's overall best record. As a player coming down the last 20 games, is it important to have the best record? We usually aren't faced with this. I'm curious if teams will. Okay, it's the last.
Yeah,
you've
been
won
in this situation.
You've won your division.
Correct.
It's the last game of the year.
Yeah.
If you win the last game of the year, you get home field throughout the playoffs. If you don't, you don't. Do you bring your best pitcher on 3 days rest to try and win the game?
Not on short rest. I would try to win the game
because also as a division winner that you have time. You're off the next week.
So you've already won the division. It's just you want home field all the way through.
And this is going to happen this year because there are going to be 4 or 5 teams.
So in 2017, we won the division kind of early. Had sewn up the division in the East, and we were still maybe 4 or 5 games from having the best record in baseball. I think with the Dodgers that year. Was that 17? Yeah, because we played the Cubs. And so the skipper, Dusty, he wanted it, and he was kind of incentivizing us and cheering us on. Let's go get home field advantage. It'd be nice to have.
Did he manage that way with the lineup choices and the?
Yeah, he tried. I was tired, and so I kind of took a couple breaks on the way in and gathered myself about the last 2.5 weeks of the season. And I understand where he was coming from, but it felt like too far for me not to push, but I was more preparing for the postseason of where we were, and I just thought it was too much energy.
So that's going to vary from team to team, manager to manager, what their perspective is, and the players are just.
And you gotta also, and as I talk it out right now, like the skipper wanted to go and get, and I hear it, he wanted to go and get the best record, but he's also got to figure out how to whip me and the lads properly to get us going. And I pulled the chute a bit. Like I was in the training room, I was getting my massages, and I wasn't on the menu every single day.
It's such an interesting mix this go around that it'll be, it's literally the top 6 are within a game and a half, and there are 3 from each league, and this is for the World Series home field advantage. So you not only have division races, wild card races, league top seed races, you've got. Overall World Series home field. There again, the Dodgers are 75-52. The Guardians are 73-52. The Phillies are 73-52. The Brewers are 73-52. The Orioles are 74-53, and the Yankees are 73-53. It's unique.
It is.
Would you guys? I have a question for you too. I know how you feel about it, so I think I know the answer, but I'll ask Murph first, and then you can piggyback off of him. American League Cy Young. How about the Cleveland reliever this year?
Clase?
Yeah.
Emmanuel Clase.
It's just.
I mean, can I get the fireman? Can I get him to win the
double
AL?
dip? Yeah.
I mean, we've had
relief award and the fire.
We've had Cy Young Award winners who are closers before. Can I get this guy? 0.61 ERA, 0.66 WHIP, 60 innings.
Oh my God.
31 hits, 4 earned runs, 37 saves.
Nobody hits it.
Or is it Scrooble or Scooble? How do you?
Tarek Scooble.
Scooble.
It's 60 innings for me.
That's a hard
thing. It's just so difficult for me to give.
Because Jeff's again, I would think.
Here's where the relievers gets nebulous to me. Okay, and I'm not saying
0.61.
I'm not saying I'm not saying that. My guy's having that kind of year. I'm not saying that.
Yeah.
But the Braves reliever has a 1.48 ERA and a 0.64 WHIP.
Yeah.
That's awful close. Right? And
a 1 point what?
A 1.4 ERA and a 0.64 WHIP.
0.61.
Yeah.
0.66 WHIP and 0.64 WHIP to me indicate the same close. They're going to get a little lucky or unlucky how the ERAs work out, but they're putting the ball on the bat and the exact same amount.
Yeah.
No, Murph? What's a bigger stat, an ERA or WHIP? Which indicates how you're pitching?
Well, I think WHIP is a good way to indicate what kind of traffic is out there and more predictive long term. The more traffic you have, the more runs you're going to give up. But at a certain point, if they're not scoring, then they're just not scoring. And 0.6 is, it's almost a full run below 1.4.
All right, let's give it to him, and we won't give it to Sale then.
No, I wouldn't give it to him. I would give it to a starter every time. I'll also, though, I would never, ever, ever, for the sanctity of baseball, put a doggone reliever in as the first ballot unanimous Hall of Famer. That will forever stick with me as the biggest injustice of my sports life. That's a joke.
Now, the other closers
it's a joke. A guy who's not good enough to be a starter gets to be viewed as the most dominant player in the history of the game.
A lot more injustices, I think. That would bother me more than a reliever going in first.
Well, not first. The only unanimous Hall of Famer. That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Because let's be honest, let's power rank Major League Baseball players all time, and you'll get to Mariano Rivera somewhere between 40 and 60.
Yeah.
I think overall, and then as far as closers, he might be 1-1.
Sure. Oh, yeah. No doubt. No doubt.
Murph, what do Ted Williams, Hank Greenberg, Lou Gehrig, Babe Ruth, and Yordan Alvarez have in common? Because that's the company he keeps when you've played your first 600 games and you have 300-plus extra base hits and 300-plus walks.
Oh, wow.
Only those 5 have ever done that.
26.
Yordan Alvarez, Ted Williams, Hank Greenberg, Lou Gehrig, and Babe Ruth.
That's a proper list right there.
It's a pretty good list, isn't it? In your first 600 career games.
Yordan damaged the screen at the Trop last week in BP.
Hick, are you on ESPN's front page for stats?
Am I? I can be. What's up?
Well, I'm a little concerned. I wasn't aware. I hope that Marcell Ozuna didn't get trapped in the elevator last night or leave for a 4-week European vacation or retire because I'm looking at the first page of the stats and they've decided just to not include him on there, which I find to be weird. Seeing that he leads Major League Baseball in average, he's second in Major League Baseball in homers, and he leads Major League Baseball in RBIs. It's curious to me that you don't see his name on there. What's going on?
I'm clicked on National League. It has no data available all of a sudden.
Well, I'm right here, though. I'm just like, see what I'm seeing here? Like, this is just ESPN, like the stats page. These are all like batting leaders, the MLB, batting average. Yeah,
what I'm saying
it's weird.
Is they got something going on right now with their numbers on the National League guys. Because
this has both. That's what I'm saying. I got Mookie Betts on here, 305. I got, I got Ohtani leading in homers, 39. Got a glitch in the system.
Yeah.
They've canceled my guy, Marcell Ozuna.
What's he hitting?
He's hitting 308.
That's not that. Who's got that? Yeah, they don't have. They also don't have.
It's weird. It's weird stuff.
Bobby Witt Jr. up there.
I don't know what's going on.
I've got him. Witt's hitting 352.
Yeah.
He leads. Ozuna leads the National League. I'm not saying he leads Major League Baseball.
Yeah. Ozuna 309 is what I've got.
Yeah, leads the National. That's what he is. He's 309, 94, and
I saw Shohei hit one in the gap last night. I was watching live. Did you happen to see that?
I didn't.
So I flip over and Shohei's at the plate. So I'm like, oh, good. And he hits one in the gap. The dude's at third base. He never stopped. And I was just like, I'm just thinking any ball player who hit one where he hit it, it's a double.
Yeah.
He went 3.
He can really move.
He can
for
move.
A big man. Like really move.
I mean, really move, man.
And
he didn't. And the outfielder got to the ball. I don't care. It kind of stuck. It was just it gave him that little extra. I would think though, 99% of you guys that's a double. When you hit it, it's a double.
If there's 2 outs, it's definitely a double.
Yeah, there's 1 out.
Okay. Then we'll keep rolling.
Yeah, yeah. And then I don't know. Did they win last night or did the Mariners win?
Dodgers came back and won.
They did because they had Mookie and Freddie and whoever that pitcher. The Mariners I know the Mariners guys. They tortured me. So, but that guy got both those dudes out.
Okay.
And
what a tank job by the Mariners. They had an 11 game lead over the Astros.
They're like 5 back now.
They're 5 back.
That's Houston.
Maybe 6 if the Astros won last night. No, I think
I don't know how they. I don't know how they lose. I just don't get it. I watch those guys.
The Dodgers, you mean?
No, the Mariners.
Oh, with the pitch, they don't hit.
Oh my, they don't hit at all.
They don't hit at all.
Rosarena's been terrible. Ever since they've got him, he's been awful.
He was not good in Tampa
against us. One awful against us.
Yeah, he had a homer against you, didn't he?
That was like 4 months ago, wasn't it?
I hate him.
I have a couple of a Guggen text line.
Ruined my whole day.
Like I got a couple of like MLB culture / questions for Murph when we come back on the other side, like about the game. There's a question here about the Olympics, another about language and language barriers, and with the number of Latin American players. So some cool little outside the locker room stuff when we come back on the other side with the 9 o'clock hour. Going to dive into the Jags, who are, that openers here before you know it. Football talk at the 9 o'clock hour as well. It's a Beach Rose Plumbing Wednesday on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
The Drill from the studios at Republic Services. We'll handle it from here.
All right, Tony Baselli here. Right here on your home for Jaguars football. 1010XL and 92.5 FM.
Hey, Hicken here for Bow 9 Associates. You'll find Jacksonville's most esteemed eye doctors at each of their locations. After being selected for one of the most competitive ophthalmology fellowships in the world, Dr. Frank Bowden, currently called upon for his expert opinion. He's currently one of the few cornea and external disease specialists in the area and the founder, of course, of Bow 9. Visit Bow 9 Associates today and experience the difference. They're keeping the First Coast focused. That's Bow 9 and Associates.
Now you can watch 1010XL shows all day on X, Facebook, and YouTube. Brought to you by MyBookie. Experience Vegas from the comfort of your phone anytime, anywhere. Sign up today. Use promo code 1010XL.
Here's Linda Beaver.
Hey, school's in session, and here's today's lesson. We have hundreds of new vehicles. Trax starting at $299 a month. Traverse for $399 a month. Silverados as low as $499 a month. And they all come with a 20-year, 200,000-mile warranty. That means you and your soon-to-be drivers will be protected for the next 20 years. Plus, every purchase will help fund a teacher's project in our schools. Your next assignment, get to Beaver Chevrolet in Jacksonville. Deadline August 31st. We're here to wow you and our teachers.
You don't have to be a football star to get a signing bonus. The team at Republic Services needs your skills, and they're paying up to $5,000 for you to join the roster. You'll be joining a winner. As an essential business, the Republic Services trucks have not stopped rolling with hourly and weekly pay and better benefits and vacation packages than the rest of the league. Driver trainees, $1,000 sign-on bonus. CDL drivers, $3,000. Diesel mechanics, $5,000 bonus. Join the winning team at Republic Services today. Visit republicservices.com.
Equal opportunity employer.
Calling all fans of Duval to downtown Las Vegas during the game against the Silver and Black. This is Lauren Brooks from Helmets and Heels. Join us at Circa Resort and Casino this December for the Jacksonville Game Day Getaway featuring an incredible all-in package. Get a 3-night stay at Circa, $200 food and beverage credit, plus a day bed at Stadium Swim. With 6 temperature-controlled pools and a massive screen, it's the world's largest hot tub party. The all-in package is only available until August 30th, so act now. To book and to join the Heels in Vegas, visit circalasvegas.com today.
Celebrate a new season.
Don't hold nothing back.
1010XL's college kickoff coverage is brought to you by Jenkins Genesis of Northeast Florida and Island Oaks RV Park.
Do not start celebrating too early.
On 1010XL.
Rejoice.
WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
Hello, this is Father Nicholas Lowe, and I want to talk to you about letting things roll off of your back. So often we can make big deals out of things that are not really big deals. We can allow them to steal the joy of our day. But let me remind you that don't allow anyone or anything to steal the joy of today. Go out today not letting little things steal the big things that God has in store for you.
For more inspiration, log on to stjohnthedivine.com. Hidden Hills Golf Club invites you to come out and experience one of the most beautiful and unique golf courses in North Florida. Affordable golf, friendly service, and great times in the Hills Grill after play. Book your tee time, hiddenhillsgc.com.
Looking for a new or used firearm? Beach's Jewelry and Pawn in Jacksonville Beach will get you locked and loaded. New firearms coming in weekly and always looking for used guns. No lines and no waiting. Online at beachesjewelryandpawn.com.
Right now, they're on their way to ruin your day. Don't bother calling the police. They can't help. And if you're not prepared, you will suffer. Yes, it's that time of the year. Heat and humidity are attacking North Florida. But help is at hand. Call Mike Merritt's Heating and Air Conditioning. Mike Merritt has a license to chill and lets you maintain your comfort zone at a bargain price. How? Mike Merritt stands ready to help, routine or emergencies. And Mike Merritt knows emergencies can happen at any time. So with Mike, there's never any overtime charges. And Mike's team works without commissions. Merritt will never try to sell you parts you don't need. You can't trust just anyone with a truck. Call Mike Merritt, the company North Florida has trusted for 35 years. Call today. License number CAC 050384.
Attention skilled electricians. Are you undervalued at your current company? Time to step up to the bigger projects and better opportunities. Join the team at Miller Electric Company, a trusted name in the industry for over 96 years. At Miller, we tackle the biggest projects in the city, offering not just a job, but an experience, top-notch pay, unbeatable benefits, and the best working environments in the business. Please join the team that values your skills and rewards your hard work. Elevate your career to new heights. Apply today at millercareers.com, an equal opportunity employer.
Meet Zara, talking about his experience with BioTarget regenerative therapy at injury care centers.
I came to injury care centers because I'm an old football player and some of my old injuries were beginning to catch up with me. I couldn't do what I used to do without having severe pain. I felt the improvements from the BioTargeting almost immediately. Very few places would guarantee their work because, doctors, they say they're practicing medicine, so you're essentially just an experiment. The folks at Injury Care Centers offering a 100% money-back guarantee lets you know that they take your well-being very seriously.
Stop masking your pain with harmful medications. There's a better solution. BioTarget regenerative therapy has helped countless others, and it can help you too. Call 904-92-REGEN or visit gobiotarget.com today.
Here's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update, sponsored by U.S. Park. Gator head coach Billy Napier has heard the criticism of the team's defense, but he has expectations of the unit.
I think we have high expectations for how we want to play defense around here. As a head coach, I would tell you when we've won games, we've been good on defense.
FSU head coach Mike Norville is good with the Noles kicking off the college season.
Very excited, being able to kick off, the college football season. I'm really proud of our guys and all the work they put in, throughout the offseason.
The USA Today Florida Network Super 25 released its rankings of the top 25 high school football programs. Our area saw the Mustangs of Mandarin in the top 10 at number 7, St. Augustine at number 17, and Bowles in at number 18. That's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update. I'm Sam Nelson.
82 degrees right now at 9:02. Time and temp brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. You're listening to the Daniel Murphy Power Hour, presented by ITP Partners on 1010XL.
Yeah. All right, we're back. Got Daniel Murphy here, ITP Partners Power Hour with Murph, hanging out, talking ball. Trying to figure this thing out. Lots of good storylines going on out there. I saw this. I'll give you one quick stat. Murph likes the stats. I like to go over them with him. Let me give you this one. I saw this the other day. You could strip Barry Bonds of his stats for all 7 of his MVP seasons.
Mm-hmm.
He'd have 440 homers and 359 stolen bases. Still.
Yeah. That's like Hank Aaron. You could take away all his homers. You still have 3,000 hits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's kind of impressive.
Oh, Barry could go.
Barry could go.
He can really go.
Barry could go. Who won the AL MVP? Mo Vaughn, an AL MVP winner?
Yes.
It feels like it.
Okay. The year he won, Albert Joey Bell had a 7 WAR. Mo had a 4.3.
Yeah.
Equal in plate appearances. Albert had more hits. Albert had 11 more home runs. Same amount of RBI. Albert hit 317. Mo hit 300.
Slug. Albert outslugged him.
690 to 575.
Yeah, take that.
OPS 1,091 to 963. Who's the MVP that year?
Was it? Oh, I don't know. Was that not Mo's
should have been
MVP?
Albert, right? That's Mo's MVP year, I suspect.
If that's
Didn't Bell
Bell's
win
year.
an MVP also?
Did he?
I think he did.
All right.
177 OPS plus.
Yeah.
Ooh. Roger Hornsby territory.
Ooh. Let me look at that. But anyway, what were your questions for Murph?
I got
wanted
him
to
in a
ask
second.
him.
Go ahead.
Huh?
I'm accumulating some data here.
Oh, okay.
Data processing.
All right.
Okay. Be all right.
All right. Accumulate all you want.
Well,
I want to see who won the AL MVP that year. Was the Albert Bell?
Is that did Mo win it in the American League with the Angels? Because he didn't ever. I mean, I wouldn't say didn't do anything with the Mets, but
no.
Did he leave a bit to
I thought
be
he won
desired?
it with he won it with Boston.
Okay, in Boston,
1995.
Okay,
yeah, that was his year.
And then where did he play the following season? I guess
Angels. Didn't he go to the Angels?
He eventually went to and then he went to the Mets. 95, 96. No, he was with Boston through 98. His MVP year was 39, 126. Yeah, that was Albert Bell. Albert Bell should have won it that year. And
handily.
I wonder why he didn't.
Now, Mo came back in 96 and had a better year, 44, 143.
95, they go to the World Series.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, how did you not win the MVP?
Like they weren't famous.
Right, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Sandy Alomar.
That's surprising.
Junior team. And
interesting.
I have a pop quiz.
Oh.
For the boys.
All right. Powerful playing. Get ready.
All right.
You don't have to give me the percentages. I gave you, perhaps, as we talked about this a little bit during the break, I may have given you some faulty intel. So just come in this with a clean, blank slate of your own opinion, because I made a fact error or two when I told you where I thought things fell on the following question. I have in front of me all the data on the most
pitches,
commonly thrown pitches in Major League Baseball. In other words, EFA's pitch versus a knuckleball. Or,
so I can't go you straight first and curve second.
That's right. Yeah, it's not that. You got to give me, and this is perfect because
that's how Murph teaches.
That's how it would be.
Yeah.
You throw the straight ones the most, and the curves are second place.
So here I have them in front of me, and it's so funny because some of these now the terms now are interchangeable. We changed some terms of some stuff, so we'll.
Before you give the pitches, can I ask Murph one pitching?
But
question?
it is broke down though, like. The two different types of seamed fastballs both show up.
Four-seam, two-seam, cutter,
right. Those are different. It's not,
curveball,
in other words,
slider,
the answer
splitter.
isn't fastball.
Murph, when you're in the booth, okay, and because I was watching they had SNY has a kid cast.
Yeah.
A little kid who's great, a little 9-year-old kid.
He nailed it.
It was really good. But anyway, he would look up at something, and he was getting is there something up there that tells you what pitch it is?
Yes.
So, yeah, you can.
Yeah.
Yes. So in the stadium, you can get velocity
with the MPH.
and they'll give the data.
In the stadium, I've seen
they
it.
put
But
it
is there something up in your booth area that...
Not in the booth area.
Okay.
I would guess he's looking out in the stadium.
Yeah, where it says...
you can get it just the same place the batter does and the fans do.
All right, now I need the top 5 most commonly thrown pitches in Major League Baseball.
Is it two-seam or four-seam?
Yeah,
that's
correct.
We have to be specific.
Four-seam.
Four-seam is the most common. 31% of pitches in Major League Baseball are a four-seam fastball.
Is two-seam second?
Two-seam is not in the top 5.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So next would be, I'm going to go, can I ask if it's a fastball or not? Or
it's not a fastball.
It's not.
That's the only fastball that appears. Well, I mean, some of these pitches are thrown harder than others.
What are the other fastballs?
There's only 4 and 2, right? Oh, okay, then cutter. Yeah,
Cutter's a fastball?
Cutter's 5th.
Okay, cutter's
8.1.
5. There we go. So then
is that a two-seam fastball, a cutter?
So a cutter is if you're a right-handed thrower and I'm a left-handed hitter, the ball is going to move into me.
Yeah, I know that, but I'm saying, is it a two-seam grip? Is a cutter a two-seam fastball?
No.
No, it's not.
So it goes in the other direction.
Okay.
All right, so this is why straight. Four-seamer is going to go absolutely straight. That's the idea behind it, firing it out of a cannon. The two-seamer is going to go, if you're right-handed, left to right. Okay, it's going to run away from a lefty, arm side.
Right.
The cutter is going to go as a right-hander away from the arm side into left.
And it's most of that is grip.
Mariano Rivera throws
the cutter, right?
Yeah,
Is most of that the grip?
Yeah. How
And by the way, gang, if you don't know two-seam, four-seam, what are you talking about?
So
you can grip a fastball where your fingers touch all 4 of the baseball seams, or you can grip a fastball where it only touches 2 seams. That's the difference in a 2 and a 4.
Now, is it cutter's not a slider then?
It's not.
So would a slider be one of the top 5 pitches? Wouldn't it?
It's probably sweeper is going to be on there.
The slider is 13. I guess the sweeper is kind of. It's not on. I think they're considering the slider the sweeper. Is that possible or no?
Maybe.
It's kind of.
Yeah.
Anyway, sweeper's not on here. That's the false intel.
Okay.
13.8. Another one I told you wasn't on here is. So
you said the slider's not on there?
The slider is 16.2.
Okay.
The
31.
sweeper's
It's
not.
the second most common is the slider.
Okay.
So you got four seam 31%, slider 16%, cutter 8%.
I still think there's
4
a
and
change.
5.
Yeah,
change up 10.2.
Yeah.
That's 4th. And then 5th is
splitter.
A sinker. Is that a splitter?
Okay, so I would call that a two-seamer.
Okay. All right, well, there
sinker
you go.
would be a two-seamer.
Okay, so there you go. So all 3 fastballs with a slider and a changeup, which is still. But the one that was missing, and again, some of this
curve.
the curveball.
Yeah, no curve. And then no, they're not unless they're not calling the sweeper.
I think the sweeper is by now would show up in the top 5. So this could be. From
I kind of like the way Murph does it. There's so much rhetoric on the names of the pitches. Yeah. It's either straight or it moves.
Well, you can think of the sweeper as Dennis Eckersley's breaking
I know exactly
ball.
what you're talking about.
And you can think of a slider as John Smoltz's slider.
Yeah.
You can think of a cutter as Mariano Rivera's cutter. So you have the ball moving across the plate from a righty. Where you
east, west, and north, south.
Yeah.
Yes.
East and the east-west ones are sweeper, slider, cutter.
Okay.
North-south is going to be curveballs, 12 to 6 curveballs.
Change-ups.
And splitters. And you can think of Justin Verlander's curveball. And then your four-seamers. It's all kind of on one plane, north and south for those. And then you can go east and west with the other
And
ones.
is it a slider that they throw at the back foot?
For the lefties,
Right? That's the one that comes in. And
the reason why the lefties like it is that it has the spin already built in of a curve.
Okay.
All right, so you don't have to reverse the spin. And since they try to go back foot, it's down, so you get a free ride from gravity. You just kind of have to drop on it. Does that make sense? You get all of your hit into it.
Yes.
And so if you get it in the air and it's got the spin built in it and you drop 200 pounds on it, now you take the shortcut because it's slower. It's not a fastball, and it'll get you to the pull side. Well, you hit homer. You know what I mean?
Did you ever pitch?
Yeah, like
as a kid, high school, college,
little league.
No. Little league. That's it.
Once.
Good. If this guy had pitched like in college, his brain would melt. Right, it already melts with all the hitting intricacies. Can you imagine this guy was a pitcher?
Oh, if Murph was?
Right.
Oh, my God.
His brain would melt. He would sit and imagine if he was Shohei and he pitched and he hit.
Oh, Lord.
He would just walk around bouncing off of padded foam walls.
Crazy.
Crazy eyes.
Oh, my gosh. Yeah, you wouldn't. Yeah. You wouldn't. That would. Here's a picture of Dave Winfield and Dave Parker. I didn't realize Dave Parker was bigger.
Was that big?
Yeah.
Oh, gosh. My.
Bigger than Winfield, though. I thought Winfield's like 6'6".
No, I think
Dave
I would
was a monster.
I would have thought Parker was bigger. But when I, living in Puerto Rico, the Pirates would come down and play every year because of the Clemente tie. And I went to high school with the Clemente boys. I'm good friends with one of them, so we would always get to go in the locker room when the Pirates came down. And Dave Parker, if you're like a junior in high school and you've shake Dave Parker's hand, I tell you what else was back then, buddy. It was like walking into a bar room. Everybody was smoking a heater.
Yeah.
I had a lot of cigarette smoking in Major League Baseball back in the day. Do people still smoke cigarettes in Major League Baseball locker? Is it even allowed?
Not in the locker room.
Yeah.
Cespedes used to do it in the batting cages.
Did he really?
Used to
fire one up?
Marlboro Reds like the world was coming to it. And he's my locker mate. Give me one of those. I had one after we won the division. We had one together in the locker room. Well,
sure, why not?
I rolled up on Sean Green. We had a reliever one time outside of the hotel in San Diego, and this one startled me because I was a rookie. So I just go walking around in the gas lamp district, and right outside the hotel as I'm about to leave, there's Sean Green, our reliever, just laying down a dart. Hey, man, there you go. Find your escape. I see you.
I didn't realize that the Twins Padres evoked such emotion, but there was a brawl, not a two guy brawl last night, and my one guy, he's got the wife beater on, man. He keeps telling him, hit him, and the guy kept hitting him, and he just pummeled the guy.
In the stands?
Yeah, in the stands. He bloodied this guy's face.
Yeah, that happens.
He wanted to keep fighting, but his girlfriend said, enough, you're getting smoked here. It was not a good...
The guy getting beat up, he hadn't had enough.
No.
Some people don't have a pain threshold. You can beat on them all damn day and it doesn't matter.
Kept pounding him here. Look, he says, hit me. So he says, all
his...
right, I'll hit you. Come here.
If anybody hits me, once will be enough.
Yeah.
I got a couple of questions here. Where do you stand on letting MLB guys in the Olympics in 2028? You'd have to take a mid-season break. I'm just saying, is it worth it? I mean, you enjoyed your World Baseball.
I don't think it can be done. It doesn't seem feasible. It's a great idea. I wish it was as we talk about it. To shut the industry down like that.
I wonder if there's ever any thought, and there probably isn't. The games are the games, but like for certain, like baseball is a summer sport, but you can't play it in the summer. Like, I wonder if there ever be a thought that, the Olympics are this summer, but we're going to do the baseball medal for the Olympics in March or at some other time. I wonder if that's worth the consideration.
They did off-site surfing this year. So, I mean, different than just not doing it on-site, but a different time.
The one thing about a break, and I haven't heard Major League Baseball address this one way or the other, but also, do you need the Major League ballparks, or you can bounce that around whatever the Major League schedule is?
You could.
So in other words, they're on the road. Yeah. We'll use theirs. They're at home. We'll use theirs.
I think so.
All right. And then I had one other question someone had. Curious about, with a significant number of Latin American players and Spanish speaking first, is there efforts on Major League Baseball to learn Spanish? Did you learn it did you attempt to learn it? Did it take effort? Did you pick it up by osmosis, or you just speak the language of baseball, all of y'all?
Yeah, I think you pick up the language of baseball with each other because we all know how to talk baseball. They probably played those guys more baseball than I did growing up. And then as far as I didn't learn the language, like get books and listen to audio like that, but just would try to converse and ask questions.
Okay.
And so when I first got in to the minor leagues, there was one Latin American player, I forget his name now, but he was only 16 or 17 when he came over, and I was 21, and he kind of latched himself to me, which makes sense now that you're in a brand new country, you don't speak the language. Hopefully I seemed like I was approachable and somewhat kind, and so we would talk, and then I'd say one of the guys that would speak Spanish and English, I'd go, dame, this, and he'd tell me, and we'd kind of try to
Una cigarrillo.
Yeah.
Como se dice cigarette.
Yeah.
Marlboro roll.
One of those darts.
I had a quick question for you before we go to break, and then we'll come back and talk some football. I'm just like last couple nights, DJ Stewart's down in Syracuse. He's hitting home runs. Eddie Rosario's now with the Syracuse Mets, so he's doing his NL East tour. He's hitting home runs. Are we still at the point where AA is more the proving ground, and why do guys rake at AAA and don't rake in the bigs?
Because the biggest jump is from triple ball to the show.
Is it? That's the biggest jump?
Close.
Not even close.
It's not even close.
So you didn't notice when you went from rookie to high A or A to AA, but when you went AAA to did you spend much time in AAA?
Not a ton.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But when you went to, you notice.
Yeah, because they just won't let you stay in
Yeah.
the big show. Like it's so hard to stay.
Yeah.
And so you get to AAA and guys will hit there, and not to say that you won't hit in the big leagues. It's just it's a lot easier to hit in the bushes than it is in the big leagues.
Well, it's just so misleading, man.
I need
it's
y'all's-
supposed to be one step away, but it
is the biggest
one. It's a big
one.
giant step.
I have a
apparently.
persistent question on the text. I don't have to let y'all answer.
All right.
I embarrass myself when movies come up. I say, I've never really seen that one. Was Benjamin Franklin Rodriguez safe on the steal of home in Sandlot? Safe. Does anyone remember? Was he safe?
I say safe.
Safe.
I say safe.
Okay. So there you go, Guggen. I mean, this guy's been 3 days. He's been texting me this question.
He wants to know.
I don't even know what the plot
at-
twist is here. I don't
I'm
know.
gonna look
I
at
don't
it.
recall that scene. I know that.
It's the one in Dodger Stadium?
Yeah.
Yeah, right? He's got the
He was
mustache. He's got this bigote that I didn't think Benny the Jet would have as a child, but when he got onto the Dodgers, they gave him a stash.
And then his buddy was the sports writer because he couldn't play baseball. That's what happens, and
there's something for everyone.
There is. It was around the game sometimes. You're just around the game, so I'm just going to rewatch it real quick here and see what we got here as we head to break.
Got himself a suicide lead at third here.
All right, this is the drill. We're back. We'll let you know once and for all for sure.
It's a Petro's Plumbing Wednesday.
It's Saturday night under the Daytona lights.
This race never disappoints.
NASCAR Coke Zero 400 at Daytona. Brought to you by the Plumbers and Pipefitters Local Union 234. From the station with the most horsepower, 1010XL. The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking flim-flam tactics. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from AirPods to fishing rods. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
What defines a hero? Dedication, loyalty, courage. Every day at AMCO, we serve heroes. For over 60 years, we've repaired and maintained the most critical public service vehicles. From complex transmissions to simple brake jobs with flexible financing and the extra safety precautions we need. The heroes we serve don't all wear uniforms. They're people like you. At AMCO, we're proud to serve all of you. AA MCO.
Money tight? We can finance almost anybody. Find the AMCO transmissions nearest you at amcojacksonville.com.
Firefighters, paramedics, police officers. They take care of us, and at AMCO, we're proud to take care of them. For over 60 years, we've repaired and maintained the most critical public service vehicles. As an essential business, we work on every kind of car repair with flexible financing and extra safety precautions. Essential, reliable, trusted. That's the men and women who are there for us, and it's our honor to be there for them. AA MCO.
Family owned and operated in Jacksonville, Orange Park, St. Augustine, and St. Mary's, Georgia. Amco Transmissions and Total Car Care.
Guys, feeling deflated in the bedroom? ED, low T, no energy? If your stuff is broken, call 904-STROKEN or 904stroken.com. No shots in the first treatment, now free. Fix your ED at 904stroken.com.
You've probably heard the saying, it's not how hard you get hit, it's whether or not you get back up. Well, I'm attorney Brett Hastings, and I have a saying of my own. If you get hit with a personal injury or wrongful death, hit back and fight to make them pay. At Hastings Injury Law, we have the experience you want if you or a loved one suffer a car or trucking accident or wrongful death. Just call 904-HIT-BACK and we'll help you get up and hit back. Office is Jacksonville.
Brackish Vodka, the official vodka of UNF Athletics, 100% made in Jacksonville, is available at all local liquor stores. Visit Browdy's, Total Wine, ABC, Shores, Golden, Sahara's, Golden Ox, and more. Drink our gluten-free San Francisco Spirit award-winning vodka and see why it's the smoothest vodka you can buy. When you drink Brackish Vodka, you support all of our local employees and all the money stays in Jacksonville. Drink Brackish Vodka and live life slightly salty. Proud partner of the Jaguars.
It's not just about relaxing. Fishing can be exciting.
That's a big fish in the box right there.
Captain Kevin and the Ring Power Fishing Forecast Show. Brought to you by Awaken 180 Weight Loss and Veterans Wholesale Cabinets.
Thursday nights at 6
on 1010 a.m.
Bueller Air and Plumbing presents Are You Cool? Today's challenger, an asphalt marketer from Jacksonville, Florida. Meet Sheldon Fish. Today's category, air conditioner repair experts in Jacksonville, Florida.
Oh, I bet it's going to be Bueller.
Your question. Unlike Jacksonville, the Sahara Desert has a complete lack of air conditioner repair experts. What kind of camels do they ride?
That's not really a question about air conditioner repair.
5 seconds.
But that's a camel question.
Pick a camel, Sheldon.
The Arabian dromedary.
That's right, Sheldon. Like the majestic Arabian dromedary, the skilled technicians at Bueller Air and Plumbing can repair any make and model of air conditioner the same day you call, making sure you are cool.
They don't spit, do they?
No, but Steve, the new guy, has a bit of a hump.
Stay cooler with Bueller.
Visit BuellerAir.com.
Mike Dempsey here for the 20-pound summer slim down with Awaken 180 weight loss. Drop 20 pounds before summer ends and cruise into fall with a new routine of better health. Do what I did and find your results with the solution for weight loss at awaken180weightloss.com.
This is Hayes Carline here to help you break free from the chains of pest infestation. The talk of this town is Kingfish Pest Control. By now, many of your neighbors have already joined the Kingfish Revolution, leaving their homes and lawns protected and pest-free. Now it's your turn. Call Kingfish Pest Control and say goodbye to termites, ants, mosquitoes, and other annoying pests. Trust me, you'll get exceptional service and understand why your neighbors and I use Kingfish Pest Control, proud partner of the Jaguars.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. The Daniel Murphy Power Hour, presented by ITP Partners on 1010XL.
That was good stuff. Funny. Heard during the break. Welcome back to the show. We got the Murphy Power Hour rocking and rolling here. Murph, where are you with your Jacksonville Jaguars? Are you cautiously optimistic? Are you optimistic? Are you concerned? What are your thoughts about the Jaguars as we look to wrap up preseason here Friday night with a perfect 3-0 mark?
Well, I'm a fan at the beginning of a season with no losses on the ledger, so
Okay.
I am optimistic.
Okay.
Excited.
Okay.
We have that blonde God throwing the football, Trev.
Yes. Yes.
So, and camp sounds like it's been going well. BT Jr. has got behind the defense against the Bucs, and Yeah, we still got any money to spend? There's still players available. Let's go get some more players.
I was sitting around with the TV on ESPN, and they did their fantasy draft last night. And I don't want to have a fantasy football conversation, but boy, ETN, Brian Thomas, and Evan Ingram were all gone within the first 50 picks, maybe.
Yeah. Well, that's
which
good news.
Surprised me. Brian Thomas, though, that was a who's our guy? He's a mess on ESPN. He's always a mess. The Boston College kid, played for the Jets. A Jet fan. Who is it? The big dude, former player for the Jets on ESPN.
Damon Woody.
That's it, Woody. He took Brian Thomas.
Did he?
Yeah.
I'm looking at this. It was McCaffrey, Bijan Robinson, Breece Hall.
Last night, yeah, I was watching.
Oh, okay. CeeDee Lamb, Tyreek Hill. You're fifth, right?
I'm fifth. So
you could get Tyreek Hall.
Tyreek Hill. It's going to be somewhere in there. It's going to be either one of those two running backs or one of those three receivers.
Yeah.
And we'll go
I had
Amon-Ra St. Brown.
I had the 3 pick and then traded for the 1-1. So I have the 1-1 in the fantasy draft next week.
So you didn't have that. You traded the 3 before the draft.
1-1.
What do you have to give up for that? You trade second, third rounders?
We just traded just traded draft slots. That's all we can do. So he didn't want the 1 slot. He asked if I wanted to give up the 3, and so we just moved.
You taking McCaffrey?
Come on, Christian.
Yeah, of course.
I love you.
I know. I just worry, man.
Yeah, but who else do you not worry about?
Yeah, I know.
Who are you going to take?
I know.
I don't disagree. I think the concern is always
ETN should have come by like round 3 there, though. He's like in the top 30.
ETN was 20th.
Yeah, 20th.
Yeah.
And then Ingram and Thomas both show, and maybe I watched it longer than I thought. I know it was definitely in the first half, but I'm pretty sure Ingram was like the 4th or 5th tight end and went ahead of Kittle. Again, this is fantasy, but it shows you what people think about this offense. And imagine if the line performed.
Yes. Kelsey went 42nd.
I think Ingram went before him.
Did he?
I could be wrong, though. I was only half watching.
Laporta, I think, is the ringer at tight end.
Yeah, for sure. He led the last, was the top tight end last year. I got a draft Saturday, and I've not done a daggum thing, so.
He'll take your
trying
sheet.
to watch a little bit.
Go down
of course, I will. Whatever.
No, Ingram went
first time in there.
64.
64. So in the sixth round there, or 7th round.
This is your 30.
And Thomas go before him then, or I must have watched more than I thought.
Yeah, I don't see him.
Yeah, he definitely went.
Oh, he got drafted.
Woody,
it's
just
probably
like
9-10,
team,
somewhere in like the 9th or 10th round. So this is
Kirk
30
went
years
85th.
30 years of fantasy football for you, Jeff?
Gosh, yeah. Probably more. No, I mean, the very first fantasy football I ever played, I was here in Jacksonville, and the Kennel Club ran a media league. And a bunch of us got in that. And this is literally back in the day where you drafted your team. You had to get up the next day and look in the box scores. There was no internet. There was no phones. There was no Sports Center. There was no nothing. You literally didn't know if you won your game. And it was there were no yardages back in the day. You got 7 for a touchdown, 3 for a field goal, 1 for an extra point, 3 for. So games would be 16-14.
3 yards in a cloud of dust.
Yeah, right. That's all you got.
Stone tablets. I'm teasing.
Would Brian Thomas Jr. make more sense than Christian Kirk as a pick?
He went earlier, didn't he?
Yes. That's a little risky to me.
I don't know. If you're looking for fantasy upside.
Yeah.
But I'm not. I don't think Thomas was the pick there. I don't think either one of them should have gone where Thomas went. What did he go?
He went 69.
Yeah, see, that's early too.
People might worry about the injury with Kirk.
So both those guys went. Ingram and him both went in.
Rashee Rice went 71. I would take him ahead of Brian Thomas. No,
he won't
disrespect, but
he'll go stiff.
Terry McLaurin went 73rd. George Kittle went 76th.
But to my point, he went higher than you would think.
Yes.
But Woody said, Woody, I keep calling him Dan, but he said. He said, look, everything I hear from Jacksonville, they can't cover this kid.
Well, that's fair.
So he's at least in tune to that. That's an accurate portrayal of what we're saying here. So I gave him bonus. I wish him well with him just for being aware of us, because that's not an overwhelming camp storyline. It's not like they're throwing that out on the headlines every day.
Who do you think, you may know, the first quarterback?
Off the board?
It was Josh Allen, I'm sure.
Hold on.
It wasn't Josh Allen?
Jalen Hurts.
Second.
Patrick Mahomes?
Nope.
No.
This one is a reach.
Lamar?
Anthony
Richardson?
Yeah.
He was the first quarterback taken? Are you sure? You're positive?
That's your boy Adam Schefter?
Yeah, Schefter.
Schnechter?
He is going to be a very, very pretty. There's a difference between. You know what? I would actually say the correlation is pretty accurate, regular football and fantasy football for the most part. But there are those who are significantly different entities as fantasy football players than they are as regular football players, and Anthony Richardson is certainly one of those.
The rushing quarterbacks end up being in a slot in their own.
That's fine. That's accurate, though, Dan, in fantasy football.
Josh Allen would be the guy. He's 40 touchdowns every year.
That's what I would take.
Yeah.
But last year, I don't think Mahomes was even in the top 5 last year.
So last year, if we're doing just to maybe put a bow on the fantasy talk, we have to. But last year was, and I took a quarterback early last year, which I never do, but there were the 3 quarterbacks. It was Hurts, Mahomes, and Allen that were coming off the board middle of the second round, first 20 picks, which is early. None of them, I think Hurts lived up to it, but Allen took a bit, and Mahomes, it took me weeks to trade him. And
really?
But he wasn't bad, but he just didn't give you the value that you wanted getting drafted.
Last year of fantasy, Josh Allen was the number 1 fantasy quarterback. Dak Prescott was number 2.
Mm-hmm.
Jalen Hurts was number 3. Jordan Love was number 4. Lamar Jackson was number 5. Purdy 6. Goff 7. Mahomes 8. Mahomes had 150 less points, almost 10 a week than Josh Allen.
Who was the number 1? Josh Allen?
Josh Allen, Dak Prescott, Hurts, Love, Lamar, Purdy, Goff, and then Mahomes.
Okay.
Purdy was quietly very good last year in fantasy.
Wouldn't Trevor be a nice kind of quiet pick? No? Can he run for yards?
I would say this year he had some helium last year.
Touchdowns,
he had some helium last year.
Well, no, those you lose 2 points for every one of those daggum fumbles, too.
Oh, boy.
I mean, that takes a while. You have 2 fumbles in a game as he's prone. There goes one of your touchdowns out the window.
Yeah.
But to your point, yes. Listen, this gets lost. That from that middle stretch of 2022 when they saddled up and made a playoff run, through the first half of last year, Trevor Lawrence was as good as anyone in the league, and the Jags had as many wins as the Chiefs. They had the best record in the league. That 16-game stretch from the middle of 22 to last year's 8-3 start, Trevor Lawrence's touchdowns, interceptions, production was up there with anyone, but they just tanked so bad at the end. I think Trevor, from a fantasy perspective, is about like that. I think he's more 10 than 15.
Now that I've got you guys on here, I heard you talking about, or I was listening, Strange did he have a good camp? How are some of the draft guys from last year, like Ventrell Miller?
Yes, Ventrell Miller I thought he had a decent camp. I still haven't seen it from Strange.
No, the year 2, the overall, I think it's fair to say, overall, I think we have seen some growth, or they would tell you we've seen some growth.
Tank as well. Tank had a good
camp. Tank had a good one.
Parker Washington had a good camp. Strange did not. I mean, they can tell he's a great blocker. Well, then take him in round 5, Dodos. Can't go round 2 tight end, guys.
No.
This is going to go down as one of the all-time progress stunters. That's a high, valuable pick. And you have, at this point, been absolute. And Richard Angulo could do what Brenton Strange has done, Dan. I can go find. Who's the kid that we got from? Who's that guy that we got from Carolina? Yeah, the big blocking tight end. We went and got him in free agency. Yeah, that's who this guy was last year, if that.
Not yet.
In the 2024 NFLs, if you draft a tight end in round 2 and he's not a 60-catch, 800-yard guy, then you blew it.
Well, Tank Dell was out there.
There's a lot that was out. This will go down as a fine 30 guys you'd rather have.
It needs to be Laporta if you take him there.
Yeah.
Laporta was gone, but you need to get that kind of area. Yeah.
Rams took Byron Young, had a great year.
Sure, as a tight D lineman. You
shoot Tucker Kraft to Green Bay.
Of course. He's a better tight end.
Yeah.
And maybe, listen, it's 1 year, and we haven't seen anything. Let's get in games where we're asking Brenton Strange to run routes, but we didn't really see anything in this camp that looked any different than what we saw from Strange last year.
I'll tell you, one thing that the Rams did, and they took both these guys after our 2 guys, Kobe Turner and that young guy, who were both settled in on a D-line, and they're an interesting watch this year. And so to answer your question, though, really the rookies and the second-year guys, those guys got to contribute.
You're going to be asked to do quite a bit this year.
And they need to.
Yeah.
And if they don't, then it's more on the guy who picked them. There was some discussion that they kind of turned away from those guys last year and didn't do enough to develop, and that's been one of the themes, I think, of this training camp, to play the younger guys, to get them out there, to, quote, develop them. And we talked earlier about maybe that there's some ways where you go younger right now and keep some of these guys and play them and see
I
how they
really
do.
like that's. I mean, it's darn near brilliant for Tommy, and good for him for throwing it out there. It's not easy to hurt feelings. It's not easy to say something. You know, those three players that he mentioned, the Jaguars aren't going to exactly tank if they just stay with those three. But I like that vision of moving forward. All the good teams do it. The winning teams do it. They don't ride good, not great players for 7-8 years. They will for 3, and then they'll go try and find a great one.
Yeah.
And that's, who knows? I'm predicting greatness for their replacements may be a little premature, but let's see.
Let's grab a break. We'll come back.
Sure.
Cool down and see what else is going on here with Murph. Yeah.
Plumbing Wednesday on The Drill.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here.
Imagine driving a late model Corvette, BMW, Mercedes, Lexus, Honda, Chevy, Ford, and more, all at a fraction of the original sticker price. Visit Vaughn Motor Group's indoor showroom and browse a great selection of dream cars that are inspected with warranties. Before you make your next auto purchase, check out Vaughn Motor Group on San Jose Boulevard or at vaughnmotorgroup.com for a complete inventory listing. If you can dream it, you can drive it at Vaughn Motor Group.
Bold City AC, keeping you cool.
Feeling the heat, Jacksonville? Cool down with Bold City Heating and Air. From repairs to energy-efficient installs, we do it all. Family-owned and trusted since 2016, we offer clear pricing, NATE-certified techs, and unbeatable service. Call Bold City Heating and Air today and experience the bold difference.
Bold City AC, keeping you cool. Bold City AC.
Visit boldcityac.com.
Are you 18 years or older, just got married, just got divorced, or have children? Listen up. Have you done your last will and estate planning? If you have questions, call Matt Hinson with the Hinson Law Firm. Reach him at 527-1700, offices Jacksonville, Florida. And don't let the state decide your fate.
I'm here with Clayton Bromberg of Underwood Jewelers. Clayton, you have told us about buying better quality diamonds, but is there any way to start with a smaller diamond and use it to trade up to a larger diamond later on?
Frank, it's interesting you'd ask that because our founder, H.F. Underwood, popularized growing your diamond here in Jacksonville about 50 years ago, and it's something we still do today. When a customer buys an Underwood engagement ring or solitaire diamond pendant or a pair of ear studs, we guarantee they get the price they paid for it on the purchase of any larger diamond. Now, a lot of stores would say, big deal. We do that too, but here's the Underwood difference. We guarantee you get what you paid when you trade in your Underwood diamond, even if you're trading up by only $1. It's not that you have to trade up 2 for 1 like most jewelers ask. There have been literally thousands of people in the Jacksonville area who have taken advantage of our policy, and Underwood still grows a lot of diamonds for a lot of people.
Underwood, serving excellence since 1928. In San Marco, Avondale, and the shops of Ponte Vedra.
Hey Jacksonville, I'm sure by now you've seen our bright green GFL trucks and containers throughout the greater Jacksonville area. We are an industry leader in solid waste and would love the opportunity to earn your business. We are committed to customer service, reliability, and have unwavering focus on safety. Whether commercial or construction, let us haul your waste away. Call 904-760-5880 to get a quote today. GFL, green for life.
This Date in Sports History is brought to you by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
On August 21st, 1931, Yankee slugger Babe Ruth becomes the first MLB player to hit 600 career home runs.
Lauren Brooks here. Circa Resort and Casino has an incredible all-in package for Duval in December. For only $500 tax and resort fee included, get a 3-night stay at Circa, $200 food and beverage credit, plus a day bed at Stadium Swim. With 6 temperature-controlled pools and a massive screen, it's the world's largest hot tub party. Join us Heels Friday night for a Jacksonville pep rally with specials and giveaways. To book the Jacksonville Game Day Getaway and join the Heels in Vegas, visit circalasvegas.com today.
Craving a cold one? Well, zip into one of the great gate locations you see all over town and pick up a cold Bud Light, or a Natty, or an Ultra, maybe a 12-pack of the King of Beers, or some cold Coronas. It's all happening at your local gate convenience store. Slide on in today.
Calling all fun-loving citizens of Northeast Florida. Freedom Boat Club needs your help. Lisa the botanista has gone missing. She left a note that said gone boating. But here's the thing. Freedom Boat Club has 4 local locations. Julington Creek, Jack's Beach, and 2 in St. Augustine. And over 400 locations across the world. That's a lot of water to cover. Is she water skiing on the Ozarks, whale watching in the Pacific, or island hopping in Spain? Or hiding right here at the Black Creek Rope Swing? Or docking at the Conch House? Wait, has anyone checked Fort George Island? Too much to do on the water. So Freedom Boat Club is offering our best discount of all time, so you can help search. You simply make your reservation, show up, and have fun. I gotta go. I'm hopping on a boat to the fish camp for live music and lunch. Maybe I'll find the botanista there. Or better yet, maybe you'll join us with the best discount ever and enjoy boating made simple. Don't blame us when you start playing hooky too. Visit freedomboatclub.com.
When storms start to crop up in the Atlantic or Gulf this time of year, having a solid plan to handle anything that sweeps through the First Coast is very important. That's where American Electrical comes in. Ensure your home's safety and comfort with an American Electrical home generator. As the area's leading home generator dealer and installer, American Electrical can offer you easy installation, simple maintenance, and peace of mind. Schedule an assessment by simply calling the team at American Electrical. They'll walk you through the best generator for your home or business. Log on, american-electrical.com.
This is Dr. James Perry, Assistant Team Physician for your Jacksonville Jaguars. Here's the latest update on the Jaguars, brought to you by Baptist Health and JOL.
Defensive coordinator Ryan Nielsen was non-committal when asked if the team was already preparing for the opener against Miami.
Well, maybe we have, maybe we haven't. But yeah, look, we'll take care of them when that time has come. We're focused on Atlanta.
Former Jag running back Fred Taylor says playoffs should be the expectation for the team.
And my expectations are always that we're going to be a playoff team. That's where we are now. As the season starts to unfold, reality kicks in and you kind of know what you got.
Jaguar defensive back Darnell Savage knows his role in the defense for Ryan Nielsen.
I just want to be around the ball, man. I feel like I can really make the game difficult for offenses. I can't wear a lot of different hats.
At your Jacksonville Orthopedic Institute Jaguar Update, I'm Sam Nelson.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Now, the Cool Down with Donovan Air Electric and Plumbing. Keeping Jack's cool since 1987.
Yeah, I'm going to cool down on Oklahoma State football. I don't know how the proper way to manage the NIL with your team is, but I know who also has no idea how to do it. That'd be Mike Gundy, who on Monday talked about how agents need to stop calling me. Football's about more than NIL. And then on Tuesday, put QR codes on the back of the helmet. So
put an offering plate on the back of that boy's helmet. I heard that on the
you like
way
what
in.
you saw? I mean, what's next? Attention, Polk fans. If you'd like a date with cowboy cheerleader Betsy Ann Ross, then come on down and scan that QR code. What are we doing, dude? I'm cooling down on that.
You know who their quarterback is, right?
Yeah, it's the is it Rashada?
No, he's at Georgia.
Oh, he's at Georgia. Not him. What's the one that went to was that Rashada between Miami and Florida? Yeah, that was him. Never mind.
Yeah.
No, I don't know who it is.
This guy's name is Alan Bowman. You ever heard of him?
Should I have?
He's in his 7th year.
Oh, yeah, we talked about this. That's ridiculous.
He said,
these guys.
He took a picture of himself with a backpack and goes, starting 19th grade today.
Yeah, there you go. Teaching.
7th year of college football.
Might be about time to grow up.
I mean, I don't know. Isn't 6 enough?
25? Isn't there didn't I just see a story of a baseball player been trying for 6-8 years and he's going to college football?
Yeah, that's he was
Harrison.
Here
What's
for
his
the
name?
Jumbo Shrimp. Monty Harrison.
Yeah,
He was very high. He was like a 3, 4, or 5 star, I think. I don't know. And then he was a high draft pick of the Marlins.
Mm-hmm.
He got his. I don't know. He might have got in the show. I don't know. Gibby, do you think Monty Harrison played it off for the Marlins? He may have, but
I'd have to look back.
He's
I'm not sure.
29.
Yeah,
and he's at Arkansas playing receiver.
See, that doesn't bother me as much than staying at school for 7 years.
Yeah.
I mean, I get it. If you've got the eligibility and
Our boy started in 2018 at Texas Tech, had 7 starts as a true freshman. 2019 took a medical red shirt. 2020 was a sophomore at Texas Tech. 2021 red shirt at Michigan. Didn't know he went to Michigan. 2022 junior at Michigan, played in 3 games.
This is Bowman?
Yeah. 2023 senior at Okie State last year and now back for a 7th year.
Just the way you drew it up.
Received an eligibility extension due to a season-ending injury in 2019. I don't know, bro. That's what I'm cooling down about.
I have a.
We're down on Okie State football is what we're telling you here, friend.
I have a date for you.
A date?
Yeah, not I'm talking about a date on the calendar.
Oh, okay. Good.
And it's probably too hard. If I ask you, though, what emotional powder keg will take place on February 1st, 2025? It's a very wide margin. If you've seen the story, I think maybe Dan has seen it. You haven't seen it.
Something is taking place, sporting
February
event?
1st, 2025, and it'll be all around what goes around the game. It won't have anything to do with
signing day.
That's something like that, right? It's John Calipari's return to Rupp Arena.
Yeah.
That has finally come out.
We
now.
open with Kentucky.
Schedule released yesterday.
Really? Yeah, you let your dad know.
Good. I like that. I'd like to get him early with Mark
I think
Pope.
we're up there at Rupp. Yeah.
Well, so we'll
won
get
like 7-8 times.
Well,
ever.
that's good. We
won last year there.
Yeah, we'll get the first of Mark Pope's. I'm going to guess 64 games in his career.
What does Pop say about Pope? Does he like him? Have we talked about that?
Not a ton.
Murph's dad is a big
Dad's a huge Kentucky basketball fan. I think he was a little taken aback at Calipari leaving, but once you get one that was already in the fold to come back, I think he's excited. About
I think, like I said, it'll be Pope's first of 64 career games at Kentucky. So
you think?
Yeah, sure.
Two seasons.
Yeah.
Two Jeff-isms that are out there right now.
Yeah, that's one of them.
Mark Pope is a disaster at Kentucky. He drives Kentucky G off crazy.
You got to do better than Mark Pope.
And Paul Skeens, the next time we hear from him will be when his elbow explodes.
Yeah, that's coming. TJ, that's coming. TJ Skeens will be calling him by the middle of 25.
Jeff.
I don't wish that on either one.
That are out
Mark
there
Pope,
right
though, I mean, come on, man. Stop it.
No,
you're Kentucky.
Yeah.
Who was the last coach they went and got?
What about Cal? Cal went to Arkansas.
And he took like half the team.
Wiped the team out. He had like one guy who was like he goes, well, Suey Pig, we got to get a team. We have like 2 guys staying.
They forced him out, by the way. This isn't all Cal's doing. Don't you think?
I don't think they forced him out. I don't think they.
This
I
didn't
don't
feel
think
like
they argued.
this didn't feel like Mike White.
No,
didn't feel like Mike White at all.
I don't think
Kentucky fan didn't go on the social media large portion and talk about how Calipari hadn't done this and this long, and we should be doing that, and we should be doing this. It seems real similar to me.
Did that as well.
A little old, but that's not a force is when
But then Mike White wasn't forced to. Then he just left.
No,
exact same situation.
Okay, well, don't
that kind of
forced
temperament.
out though. Is what
but we do with Mike White, don't we? Or no?
I don't think so.
All right.
I don't think so. Mike White went on his own volition, but got tired of.
He got
Gator
forced out
basketball
by
fans.
Okay, he did get maybe not by the administration. He got forced out by the environment.
Yeah.
Right. Give me a gas mask and
it's
get out of this nonsense.
I think it's a great move for Arkansas, though.
Sure, he'll
win.
Here's what Calipari does. He wins in those first couple of years. He makes that deep run and nearly wins it. Right. He did that in Memphis. He did that at UMass, and he did it at Kentucky.
Yeah. Yeah,
Calipari went to a final at Memphis, no?
Yes.
And he went to a final at UMass, no?
Final Four, for sure.
I think he played in the final. UMass lost to, didn't they lose to Kentucky with Camby?
It might have got scrubbed.
Well, fair.
Both of them might have got scrubbed, in fact.
The Memphis one, almost certainly.
I think somebody took the test for Derrick Rose, if I'm not mistaken, or something, if I remember correctly. But now there are no rules, so Cal can flourish. You can do whatever you want.
QR code on the back of your jersey.
QR code it, man. Yeah. That's fine. In Arkansas, they got money. Holy
Tons of money.
They got Walmart.
He makes them immediately, not reputable, but, he brings.
Arkansas has always been a proud program, too. I mean, here's the thing with Arkansas. This was one of my arguments with Florida basketball. I used to say is that you go to Bud Walton Arena on a Tuesday night, there's 19,000 people there. You go to the O'Connell Center for a late game on a Tuesday night, and you got about 7,200. It's just different.
And I remember Nolan Richardson there. And those guys.
40 minutes of hell. What they call it. Yeah, and they won a natty. And, Arkansas is lofty. They're not Kentucky, but they have lofty expectations.
I would say
they're not
second most tradition and resume in the SEC. Historically, although does Florida pass them and they're Johnny-come-lately?
Yeah.
Arkansas has been doing it for a lot of years,
Yeah.
But they're definitely one of the upper echelon SEC like historical powers.
Yeah, for
right?
sure.
Yeah.
Although they weren't in the SEC.
Correct, but they have been now for a long time.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're right. It hasn't. It's old Southwest Conference even, right? They were even pre-Big 12.
Murph, great to see you, my man.
Yeah, thank you.
Appreciate
guys
you as
for
always.
Enjoy it.
Daniel Murphy Power Hour brought to you by ITP Partners. Love kicking it around with Murph. And Gibby, let's move on.
Now, the 2-minute drill, brought to you by Injury Care Centers, the exclusive provider of BioTarget regenerative therapy for pain. Visit GoBioTarget.com for a location near you.
Hello.
Good morning. Is that what we're calling this segment now? Moving on.
Moving on. Are we moving on and we're moving out?
We're moving out. Yeah.
What? Tommy McManus had an interesting tweet today, and you guys get him on Friday, but he's just suggesting some.
Is this a Cole Van Lannon tweet?
No, this was, I might move on. If Tommy were in charge, he might move on from some guys that have been here for a while for some other guys who have had pretty good camps. Like, Dewey might be on IR all year, but he likes the Edmonds kid. Maybe it's time to move on from RRH. I don't know. Some suggestions out there. There might be. My point is this: he might be onto something in terms there may be a surprise coming on cut day.
Yeah, and that's kind of what we're leaning into a little bit today.
Mm-hmm.
Although, listening to Ryan Nielsen's comments about Roy Robertson Harris make it seem
don't read
like
too much into it.
Yeah,
right.
It doesn't seem like he's
in
any danger.
And I think you said this, it's still. Yeah, okay, but Eric Armstead, we're in no hurry for him.
Right.
But we got to have Roy Robertson Harris out there in the third quarter
reps.
because technique he has to learn.
Right.
What?
It is a little bit weird, but he did go on to praise him about his pass rush ability and all this other stuff. So we did not include him in today's poll. We asked about 4 guys who were on the 53 last year, and who do you think is the least likely to make it this year? That includes Fortner, Yasir Abdullah, Elijah Cooks, who a lot of people are voting for, and it's understandable. And I think Dearness Johnson's in a little bit of a weird spot too, right?
And I think who are the 4 again? I'm losing my mind.
Cooks, Abdullah, Fortner.
I think Abdullah is in big trouble. Yeah,
he's been out there a lot. I think Cooks might be in trouble, so it's good because we all have different opinions.
Yeah. Logs thinks Austin Tremmel has no chance to make the roster.
Right.
I guess.
I think, to be honest, the 3 that Tommy mentioned and those 3 or 4 right there, at some point you determine what kind of team you're going to be, and you can only have so many good players. Okay, if this guy's just a little above average or average, then let's get the next guy who may be great.
I think the problem with Fortner is who is the backup center.
Yeah. Right.
Because I don't think they're keeping Shatley.
It doesn't look like it, does it?
Right. It looks like he's kind of fallen out a little bit, and that's why there was some.
We all have Cole Van Lannon fever.
Or does Cooper Hodges have the ability to play center? Does somebody else have the ability to?
Well, I think this is also a possibility, and especially if any kind of moves like this are made. But the rest of the teams are going to cut. There's going to be some veteran interior offensive linemen who are better than what we have now. Does the matchup, match up, as it were, to join your team? We'll see.
Yeah,
we will see.
Have a great
Jaguars
show.
today. It's coming up next.
All
It's been a Beach Rose Plumbing Wednesday on The Drill.
The Drill from the studios at Republic Services. We'll handle it from here.
Proud to serve sports radio to those who proudly protect our country.